Dynasty, let's go, boys. Diesel! Evo and nasty! White! Remember, control! Billy, I'm with you! Let's go, baby! Moving on! Hey, team paintball hitters, way to go, boys! Dynasty, let's go, boys.
What's up, I'm Matty Marshall. We're here at the very first NXL event of the year, the Sunshine State Major, and it's Thursday. This is training day, it's practice day. It's time to sharpen those swords and get ready for the battle that's about to go down. So many crazy stories with the 20 pro teams and then all the semi-pro teams, all down the divisions, the WNXL. It's going to be absolute madness here in 2023. So we're here for this practice session. We're gonna go and check out, talk to some of these players to see what's going on in their minds as they get ready for this battle. Let's go check it out.
You got to set the tone. You know, in the first event, you got to set the tone for the year. Make sure that you're building with your teammates and making a great debut on the new season.
We're really hungry, and I think the entire team feels really good. That's key when you're playing pro paintball, to have some fun when you're playing, and definitely Impact's going to be a force to reckon with.
Hard work and discipline, and that's what we're just working on. This is what they've been beating in our head the whole last few weeks is discipline, discipline, discipline. So we're just working on that the whole time.
First event's always fun, but it feels like there was no off season. You know, we were just in Florida, and now we're back.
Right now, it's a new season. Everyone's 0-0. So when I got that jersey with my name on it, it was pretty cool.
Coming to this year, everyone is hungry. Half of them are all best friends. We all grew up in the same neighborhood. They've been playing with each other for 10 years, same fields.
The Hurricanes are as prepared as we can be. Put in the work. We're going to see if it pays off. All we got to do is execute now because this first event really sets the pace for the rest of the season.
Just finished with the practice session for the professional teams as we're heading into day one of this first event of the year.
This side is going to be the more chaotic area, but it all depends on how the teams want to play.
There's a huge brick in the middle of the field. We're going to see the battle ensue all throughout these bunkers in the middle. It's going to be madness. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be a lot of fun.
The biggest thing is seeing what that other team does off the break and how much pressure you're going to apply with that breakout.
So all the preparation, all the training, and all the off-season moves, all that is in the past. The battle is going to be going down here on center court for the first event of the NXL season, and it's going down all weekend long. Can't wait to see it.
Diesel! Evo and nasty! White! Remember, control! Billy, I'm with you! Let's go, baby!
Yeah. Gotta aim for the top like. Hold up. Yeah, I can never doubt myself, I know better. All of you critics be acting like you know better. Blowing the smoke, but I know when the dust settles. Said I'm in my element, it's evident that there's levels to the game. All of those dark nights I got then, breaking my back to make it out, got me feeling like pain. I ain't never need your help, I know you wishing me well. A penny for your thoughts, but seeing no change. I snap for the sun like Diddy. The riches got a mad ass son, I'm like Billy. I ain't never switch up, whole team with me. But known for my city like OAGZ. Set the pace as long as you finish. Consumers find a way inside your business. Babble if they try to dabble in it and they hate the fact that they may have to witness. You tryna aim for the top like this, and you're in your element with a fire like this, and they hoping you fall and they praying you miss, but it's all in the risk. I got you with the switch, you know. I'm in the zone. Give me the throne. One shot, that's all that you got. That's all that I know. Foot on the gas. 155 on the road. You could be a friend of me, an enemy. Keep that same old energy, cause I know I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. Keep that same energy. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Flow is like water. I'm forced through the fire. I'm feeling like gold. Gotta stay grounded, stay down to earth. Following God and you grinding. You do as you told. I don't work to make you like me, but I'm front and center. Word to Spike Lee. And God came in the nick of time. They think I'm crazy, but I might be. Let's run it up, run it up, run it up. We beating the odds just to sum it up. You know it's a rap, never waistlines, and I'm cutting the weight like a tummy tuck. That mean I'm about to give it out right now. You see what's coming down the line, I never pipe down. I give 100% of me, trying to stun on my enemies. In my element, as crazy as that might sound. I'm in the zone. Give me the throne. One shot, that's all that you got. That's all that I know. Foot on the gas. 155 on the road. You could be a friend of me, an enemy. Keep that same old energy, cause I know. Rumor has it. I'm a savage. Drop the classic. Thinking back. Drop the classic. To establish that the magic. It's automatic. Got a mask. Who was that? Living legend. Lethal weapon. Mastermind. Never tried. Tell them all. Big dreams, I got big dreams since like baby. I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings used to be so stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights. I'ma need the off-whites. Play with the fire, you get burned. All of my struggles became lessons well learned. I got his eyes, they keep me grounded, that's for sure. Cause one day we gon' make it out this earth. Where's your worth? I'm sick of your talking, you got the wrong one. I'm taking your king and I leave him broken. If I am in second, it's after no one. Just give me a second to let them know. I'm the headline, the deadline. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. The king is back like prodigal. I gave him time, it's been too long. Was silent calm, but now the storm. I'm not the one you can't ignore. I never politic, if I want it, I'ma get mine. Never fake the funk, can't perform for your empire. Snatch him out the throne, make them all fall in line. I let the clock tick, count down, cause I'm sick of your talking, you got the wrong one. I'm taking your king and I leave him broken. If I am in second, it's after no one. Just give me a second to let them know. I'm the headline, the deadline. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. Big time.
Out of the ashes, a phoenix arises. Faith of a mustard seed can move any mountains. The people are watching, so I cannot stop it. Been down for too long, now I gotta rock it. Had to get it out the mud, you know how it goes. Now we sitting at the top, had to bring the bros. Never thought I'd be the one who would play the role. Now look at where we at, man, who would've known? Temperature rising, I feel the pressure is on me. Luckily, I've been out here building an army. Camouflage on a ride, we run this party. We kick them out the game, cause they wanna come tardy. This is for the ones who've been chasing their goals. If they was sleeping on their kid, now they bout to be woke. Lights, camera, action, we ready to roll. Alright, places, everybody, let's put on a good show.
I'm sick of your talking, you got the wrong one. I'm taking your king and I leave him broken. If I am in second, it's after no one. Just give me a second to let them know. I'm the headline, the deadline. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. Big time.
For event number 2 on the 2023 tour, the NXL is heading to Texas, where the battle between the best paintball teams in the world is going down in Round Rock, outside of Austin. Last year we saw Tampa Bay Damage rise again and break their decade-long win drought to make history with the win over Edmonton Impact in a triple one-on-one overtime. Can Damage summon the spirit and skill needed for 2 in a row, or will a new squad hoist the Texas trophy? Tune in to GoSports.com April 28th through the 30th for another epic Lone Star State showdown.
Hey, this is Walker with Carbon Paintball here to talk to you about our SC custom jerseys. To start your team's design, head over to crbnpaintball.com, fill in some team information, including what colors, what template you want to base your jersey off of, upload your main team logo and any sponsors, enter your name and your number, and we're going to kick you back a 3D image of your jersey. The custom jersey is built on a 5-panel design that's all customizable. The jersey features a DWR coating all throughout the jersey, so it is water resistant. It also is stain proof, and it has side mesh venting. The jersey is also very fitted, so it has a compact neck collar, and it also features elastic thumb loops to keep the sleeves in place while you're sliding or running. To start your team design, head over to crbnpaintball.com.
We got a ton of great announcements, a huge show, and all the news and all the stuff that's going on. Possibly, allegedly. We are ripping right now. We got some sick giveaways.
This is the Jerry Springer.
Welcome back. 2023 NXL Sunshine State Major. Here on GoSports.com, I'm Matty Marshall. Got Joey Blute from Tampa Bay Damage, man. They looked controlled. They looked good yesterday. Got Randy Stanzik back on the squad, and we're actually going to be watching some games in their bracket, so blessed to have him up here help us call this set. It's going to be Aftermath taking on NRG Elite, Uprising, and New York Extreme. So Aftermath, little hit or miss yesterday, Joey, with their new squad, rebuilding with some SoCal talent. And they went 1-1, though. NRG Elite needs to win both games today to have a chance. They went 0-2. Uprising, same situation for them, also 0-2 yesterday. Now, New York Extreme, though, looked pretty good. They went 2-0, undefeated. So, between you guys and New York Extreme, those are the two teams looking the best here in this bracket. Starting out point number 1, and NRG Elite going to be on the blue side to start. Aftermath on the red side. These teams will switch sides if you win a point or if a point is scored, and they'll stay on the same side if there's no point. So both teams going right into this crucial wedge structure, Joey, and that's been a very important part of the field. Safe to get to, and you can kind of go a lot of different spots.
Got shot out of one of them. So these bunkers are definitely nuts, especially these big walls in the center. If you're not careful and you pop the top on that, you're going to get your wig split, and that's just what happened to him. This is going to be an interesting match. I mean, you got one team that's fairly consistently stayed together over the years, and you got another team that's basically brand new.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Aftermath. It's a storied franchise, but this is not Aftermath even of last year. So these guys got a lot to prove, and I know they're grinding. You know, I've talked to a couple of their dudes, and they play every single weekend, and they're putting the work in. It's just a matter of making it work.
Yeah, I mean, it helps when the guy running the team owns the paintball field, so that's always a blessing. But yeah, Aftermath playing pretty aggressive here on some secondaries, getting real quickly here into the brick. We're looking over their shoulders, and that's who's trying to defend right now for NRG Elite.
I think this layout, I tell my guys too, like the aggressor is going to be the benefit factor of this layout. If you're the one making the moves, you're going to be the one that's going to be rewarded with it. So it's good to see that NRG went up there and actually got that guy and didn't just let him sit there the whole time.
Yeah, and that's a Paintball 101 principle, right? The aggressor typically is the victor. However, with how chaotic and low visibility this snake side and wedge section is of the field, you have to get kind of crafty, and that's why the veterans are thriving out here. So a little exchange in this snake structure. Both teams losing a body, but NRG Elite going to be pushing another body right in. I believe that's Bowen.
And he's got the widest guy out here, so if he's smart about this, he should be able to wreck this guy.
Yeah, he's going to come up, try to get a shot on Mazurek. Mazurek had a pretty good day yesterday, but he's going to get stitched up by Bowen. Bowen looking good here, trying to get the crossfield shot.
He missed.
Oh, he missed the shot on D3, so D3 tucked around near that sideline. Aftermath trying to stop the bleeding. They filter a body over from the back center to get to the Aztec, but he's trying to figure out where he wants to put his gun. He's not feeling any pressure.
Letting him move like this. These guys are sitting in the back, not even shooting at him, just letting him walk around back there. That's insane.
Yeah, he wasn't feeling any pressure at all. Everyone is so focused on that D side.
Which is weird. You have so many kills already.
Yeah, and the back players behind him are playing like it's still 5-on-5.
Right. You got to get in the game, man. Like that's definitely something we were trying to do yesterday. Obviously, you know, our game against them, they wouldn't move. It made it hard for us to move, right? Like we took the spots, and then you lose a guy for a second, and it kind of forces you to play slow.
Well, I talked to Wayne Woodruff, the one of the coach owner of Aftermath. He's kind of taking over the reins from Mike Heyman as him and step back, but. You know, and I said, hey, what'd you think about yesterday? And he's like, and I got to give him props. Instead of saying, like, my guys didn't play well, he said, I got to put it on me. You know, I was trying to motivate them to move forward and play aggressive, and whatever I was saying just wasn't quite working enough. So today we're going to try to fix that, you know. Right. But that's like you, Jimmy, we opened the show with you saying the aggressor that's going to pay dividends for you. So, and I think everyone kind of knows that. I mean, we're here into day 2.
Well, there's being aggressive and then there's being the aggressor, right? There's two different, that's totally different words, right?
That's
being aggressive means you're just running around like idiots. Being the aggressor means you're making calculated moves that are going to be aggressive, not waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean just run crazy down the field. It means take a good position, the position that you need to be in, and then do the right moves from there 100%. Within the context of the gunfight. So now jumping into this first point with Uprising and New York Extreme.
4-on-4.
Yeah, it looks like a 4-on-4 situation. It's a little bit better field position currently for Extreme as they have Hennessy in the wedge structure, but now it looks like Ormrod's going to filter up and get in there for Uprising.
Kraft loves that big center block. That big center block has been his bread and butter. So
yeah, I mean, if you play New York Extreme, you have to stop Pat Kraft in the center because he feasted yesterday.
He just split his wig.
Yeah, he was getting at least a kill a point, it seemed like. Very consistent up there. I was also wondering, though, how often they're going to send him off the break to that brick because they were pretty much almost doing it every single point, and it was getting a little predictable, but no one could stop it. It was like Dynasty sending Arturo to the Snake 1 every single point that he played, but no one could stop it.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of that in the afternoon. I think the bunkers got a little bit more deflated in the afternoon, and it changed a couple of the shots where making the Snake on the breaks a little more possible. There goes Kraft. Now he's launching. He's going to try to get this guy. There's another one for him. He's going to get this other guy too.
Pat's really looking good here at this event. A little 2-pack for him right now, trying to put up a little 3-pack.
There it is.
And they just absolutely obliterate that last body over there. Goes Pankoff. So, yeah, tough first point here for Uprising. Full control from New York Extreme. You know, they get Kraft up in their center, get Hennessy to the wedge. That's been their go-to play, and then let things develop around that. They have a couple other plays, but that's been their stock go-to play for the majority of the points that we've seen out here.
One thing I will say about them, I mean, they didn't have much of a roster change. They only had one player depart from their team, but just the way they're acting, the way they're carrying themselves is completely different.
Yeah. Well, they have been here for a little while now. Yeah. You know, so there has been some seasoning. They've been through some hard losses. I mean, they almost got relegated last year as things were starting to play out towards the bottom of the division. And if you're unfamiliar with pro paintball and this is your first year watching, You're in for a treat this year, as every year. But, you know, we have one team that we crown the champions at the end of the year for the series title, and then one team gets demoted and relegated down to the semi-pro division. And for a little bit, it was looking like that might have been New York Extreme.
Yeah. Last year was a wild year with the way that bottom was moving around, for sure. I think even at Cup, people thought certain teams were moving up and certain teams were moving down. That ended up not being the same, by Sunday, just because the double points at World Cup, it's such a huge impact on the way the whole entire series plays out.
But they've learned some harsh lessons.
Yep.
They've learned some harsh lessons, and no Harris on the team this year. So, they're really kind of feeling the moment and understanding what they need to be doing to be better. So jumping into point number 2 here, Aftermath, and they're going to take a big bite. They send Cousin Castro all the way here to Snake 1. And filter another body very quickly into the wedge.
They also went wide on the Dorito side on the break, which is not common that you try to take the snake and that wide run at the same time.
And NRG Elite's been getting Trowick here pretty much every single point directly into the wedge. He's looking D side right now. Here comes Aftermath, though, up and on their toes, getting to the brick. There's a spot in D1 right here for San Diego Aftermath, playing on the blue side of the field.
They're in D1 over here on Aftermath side already too, which honestly, for that guy to be in that big brick right there on that cross and letting him fill up there is kind of weird.
Yeah, yesterday for Aftermath, I really liked how Mazurek was playing. He's the guy that's at the brick.
Gotcha.
He played in Europe with the Raiders last year. Been around SoCal divisional player for a while. He's pretty legit. He's pretty good. He's a good pickup for them.
Honestly, it's all about time and experience, and as much as they're grinding, they're going to get more time and experience than a lot of these guys who aren't putting in that much time.
Yeah, and then Castro, the Speed Demon, still in Snake 1, looking
D3 now.
Cross field, yeah, nice little move up into D3 for Aftermath, and they're going to get body out of that back center, so nice fill up, get those bodies forward.
You can just see the difference here, between being controlled aggression and literally sitting on your heels the whole time, which is what these guys are doing. They got one guy in an attack position, the rest of the guys are in their original starting positions in the back.
But then, so you may think, okay, let's take a page out of Damage's book. We go up by 1 because NRG Elite does have a lead, and they do take a little bit of position, but the problem is that's not going to work from all of the back line. Right. They need to get a couple more bodies a little farther up the field.
Our 3-on-5 game that we beat them on, we had a guy in Snake, we had a guy in the little pipe over there with the big wedge, and we had a guy at the stand-up behind it, right? When you're in those front spots, you can cross stuff up and actually control the field. You can't control the field from the back. You're literally just hoping to get a shot on somebody before they move. You're not actually in control. You're hoping to get control by catching somebody.
Yeah.
It's just a different mindset. Again, it's the difference between being aggressive and being the aggressor.
Yeah.
Right? They very similar meanings, but completely and totally different meanings.
Yeah. Absolutely. So similar situation here. Aftermath controls the real estate, but they are down a point. There's 10 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. Mazurek has been probing. He's wrapping around inside, getting low off the little baby cake that was added to this field. Now he's going to pop back inside and head check towards the Doritos, and then Castro behind him. He's just been talking it up and focusing his gun towards that D side. Now he's going to switch off, look down the sideline as NRG Elite going to be moving up. Here comes Mazurek, steps up and stabs Trowick. And Mazurek stays alive, playing well, man. He's playing
aggressor. The aggressor wins again.
Yeah.
Not the aggressive, but the aggressor. That was good.
We say it every year, every tournament, because that's how paintball is.
Yeah.
Is that paintball is taking your will and exerting it on your opponent. And if you're reacting to their actions, that's not how the game should typically be played.
Agreed.
Can you win some points that way? Sure. Are you going to win tournaments that way? Most likely not.
I just lost another one on NRG. Another one on NRG. I think there's only 2 of them left. Both on the Snake side. Not looking good here.
Yeah, it's that D side's completely fallen. It's just 2 bodies here on the Snake side. Bowen's going to get up and try a desperation run and takes out Cousin, but
got shot.
Trades his body.
Oh, major on Bowen, I guess?
Yeah, it looks like a major on Bowen.
And they don't have any more bodies. They're going to start down a body now.
Look, I like the let's play offense in a bad spot move because it does work out sometimes. But when you do that, you need to be very careful not to draw a major penalty, because then what happens is you're low on bodies, you get that major, and then a major penalty is thrown. 2 bodies are pulled, a minor 1. So if there's only 2 of you left and you get a major, you get your teammate pulled, and then there's no one left to pull, and now your opponents are going to be on a power play. You have 20% less firepower out there, and it could potentially doom you for the next point too.
Yep. And that's the difference, right? If Bowen would have been in the Snake 1 instead of back at that block, which he could have been at any point in time, but they were playing so defensive with him that, it's such a long run, right? If he's at that Snake 1, to go get that guy is a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah.
But when you're all the way back there like that and you're trying to cover that much ground,
too big of a bite.
It's too big of a bite. And there's too many refs on the field. There's not enough bodies anymore. So you have like 3 refs watching you do this. So
yeah, everyone's looking at you.
Right.
You're not going to get the benefit of the doubt.
You do that with 4-on-4, there's a good chance they just call both of you out and it's over.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
When you're one of the last 2, there you go.
Now, New York Extreme,
Crap,
Seattle
right
Uprising.
Middle again. I think he got hit.
Body coming off from the backfield here for
one from Extreme. I'm pretty sure Kraft is hit. I don't know if the ball broke, but he definitely got hit.
No, ref's giving him a check.
Oh, there we go.
Minor penalty assessed on Hennessy. So that's going to take out the snake side. It pulls out, actually, it pulls out CJ Cantor from the back center. Yeah, they lose Corey Hall as well, too. So not looking good in this point for New York Extreme. Uprising got a big opportunity here to try to tie this game up. Pat Kraft with a retreat.
That's actually a good retreat. I can't believe they're letting this guy move this much.
No one's picked up Pat.
You deserve to die.
Oh, and Pat comes across and he gets the shot in on Creek. A beautiful outside move here from Pat Kraft. Wilding out right now.
There's a guy in the 50 Dorito. Yeah. He doesn't know where Kraft is, though. He's just shooting randomly over here. He's probably going to get his wig split. Oh, Kraft died.
Well, it was a noble attempt from Pat Kraft Jr. Unfortunately, too many bodies out there still on the field for Uprising.
So that ties this one up, right? 1-1?
Yeah, the 1-1 ball game.
Well, they bounced Kraft going up there. I don't know if he's going to keep doing that. It was a hard bounce, too. It was enough that he looked at it and the ref ran from the sidelines to go check him.
Yeah, again, I understand the principle of, hey, if they can't stop it and it's working, let's keep running it. But you get deep enough in the tournament, the good teams are going to find a way to shoot that body.
So that's the good thing about us yesterday. We only played a total of 7 points. Good luck scouting us.
Yeah, that's true.
And one of them we got a minor on, and one of them was a 2-on-4. So good luck scouting those points. Good luck at that whole match. Good luck scouting.
Yeah, that's true. At least that'll be a quick part of the meeting, you know?
Right. No, our meeting last night wasn't that long. I basically said, we shouldn't have won that game. You guys were dog shit. We got to be better.
Yeah, about right. Yeah, when we have the tournaments where, you know, the final score in a game was like 7-8, and there was a bunch of those, then you got a lot more work to do because there's a lot more looks.
Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of that out here. I think I only saw one game that even went like 5-0 yesterday, or 6-0. 1-6-0, right?
Yeah, there was one mercy rule. Yeah. It was Dynasty beating up on the Latin Saints. They shut them out 6-0.
Besides that, there was 4-1s and a couple 5-1s, but there was no real.
Yep.
And honestly, those could have been closer if the guys would have played the numbers a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know? But I get it. Like, if you're not playing the top team in your bracket, you really want to try to win that game. Right, or if not win it, you have to keep it super close.
Yeah, looks like we got a review from our commissioners. We're in the pits here with Coach Omrod.
It's probably on Hennessy, the review, I imagine, because that was the only penalty called, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Jason actually overturned a major yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that, and it was the right call. I mean, I was on this side when it happened, but when I was watching, I was like, dude, that is sketchy as shit.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, honestly, he's done a great job. Like, I had the point where Mikey got the minor. He comes off and he's like, I don't know where I was hit. And I'm looking at him head to toe, spinning him. I don't see anything on him. I'm like, Jason, where was he hit? And I pull him over there and spin him, and Jason looks at him and doesn't see anything either. 5 minutes later, Jason comes by with his phone, presses play, and he frame for frame. And you see the ball clip the side of his goggles and just leave no paint.
Yeah, which happens occasionally.
Yeah, but the ref saw it, hit him, and spray off.
And that's the rule, right? If the ref sees you get hit with a paintball, even if it doesn't leave that much paint, you're still out. But sometimes, and it happens every day, and not necessarily every game, but a couple times yesterday, we saw like, oh, it looks like that guy just got hit. Something just broke off of him. Ref goes in there, doesn't find any paint. Ref also didn't see it actually hit him.
Yeah.
So can't call him out. And then that guy gets you get a little bit of a gift from the paintball gods then. And sometimes unfortunately, you're, Mikey's situation where it doesn't go your way.
But he's on it, though. I mean,
he's on it.
They're staying on that review pretty good, and they're getting that process down now where it's not as long drawn out.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's just great because, we would like to keep this as authentic as to what's actually going down as possible. So, hats off to...
and keep it fluid, right?
Yes.
You don't want long breaks on everything.
Exactly. We have 10 sets to get through with 20 teams in one day, so
here's NRG with 4. They go corner, snake Aztec, can, and home.
Yeah, a little bit short this time for Aftermath. They're taking the safe route up the center. Mazurk to the wedge. They also take the other wedge towards the D side. So
they're just trying to keep that body up, right? Like you have that extra body. Like don't risk it doing anything stupid. Just because you have the body doesn't mean you need to lose it.
Exactly. And then now it's 5-on-4. So they didn't risk anything off the break to allow NRG Elite to try to even it up quickly, which is what NRG Elite was probably hoping for.
NRG gets into that inside snake. I don't know what you guys are calling that.
I'm calling out the wedge structure because it has the wedge and it is a little bit off of the snake just to kind of keep it a little bit more clear.
Guy in the center catches one. That's not good. 4-on-4.
That's a tough death.
Yeah, it is. He was over the top again. I'm telling you, man, over the top is sketchy. If you're over the top, who can see you, Matty?
Everyone.
Exactly. That's
Everyone can see
as I tell my kids, that's a sometimes food. We don't eat cookies every day, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, anytime I see someone pop the top and start shooting the gun for more than like just one lane, just about 10 balls, maybe 5 actually, I'm like, ooh, that guy's living on the edge.
Inside guy just took one over the top too.
Missouri getting
they lost one on
Cyclops.
3-on-3. 3-on-3, but Aftermath makes a move to the corner, so they actually have the wide spots.
Tell you what, if NRG Elite can win this one, it's so good to win down body points because it's a big momentum shifter. It's a big confidence boost.
Oh, there's the penalty. Aftermath just caught one.
Castro going to be getting a minor, trying to get into the snake. That's going to pull out his back center, and that's going to force a concession as there was still going to be about to be a 3-on-1. So
that's aggression, not being the aggressor, right? Like he's being so aggressive that he tried so hard that he got himself a penalty. Be the aggressor, not the aggressive one. Just being aggressive to be aggressive isn't effective.
Yeah, because if you are the aggressor, you're adding elements of aggression, but it's more diverse than that.
All he has to do is get to that snake one,
Yeah.
settle down for a second, play a little bit of paintball, right? You don't have to just keep going and going and going. Against teams that know how to cross well, like NRG, that's the reason why our game was 2-0 against those guys. Their back guys are strong enough that if you try to push it with them, they're going to shoot you.
Yeah.
So you have to wait for them to make a mistake. He didn't wait. He just wanted to go.
Well, and also it just year after year, era after era, we constantly see this. You get these young, hungry, aggressive guys, and they want to make a name for themselves, and they get so focused on that part of the game that they get those extra penalties. They get shot out of their spots just being a little bit too greedy.
Was that Kraft that just took it? No, 33. That's
Corey.
Hall. Yeah, Hall just took one. There's a minor on
Uprising.
So 4-on-3. Oh, there's another one down, 4-on-2.
Ooh, well, it was looking good initially for Uprising, but as we head checked over, saw Hall walk off, head checked back over and look at Uprising. It's just a sea of bodies in black walking off. It looks like Creek might be taking one too. He's getting checked out from the ref.
Kraft just missed him then because that was ridiculous.
I saw something break off, but I think it was off the bunker.
Yeah. So the good thing about black jerseys is they're cool because they're black jerseys. The bad thing is we shoot yellow paint.
Yeah, it makes the hits real visible.
Yeah. It's cool though. You look really cool with all black, but
Uprising definitely looks cool right now.
Yeah, agreed.
It's also going to be really easy to find the hits on him.
Agreed. You want that mix. You want cool, but not that cool.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to sell a decent amount of those jerseys though, so they do got some style.
That's one thing about that all black too is honestly, I mean, it's a competitive advantage when you're playing on these nets because the nets are so dark that you lose people that all the time.
I used to love back in the day when white hoppers became a thing.
Yeah.
I loved when the opponents had white hoppers.
It was so stupid of them. It's no different than when they have like the big yellow thing on their mask or green thing on their mask. You're just like, what are you doing, bro?
Thank you for giving me something to aim at while you run across my stream of paint.
Are you a ref? No, don't wear that, dummy.
So
2-on-4.
Yeah, New York Extreme just trying to be smart to finish this one off and take a 1-point lead.
Extreme's at the Dorito 4.
Still a decent amount of time left here, 10:40 or 10:30 left to go.
This guy in the snake needs to get going. He definitely does. 100% does not know there's not a Dorito side right now.
Yeah, Hennessy.
If Hennessy dropped in here and got into their snake, he could wreck the home guy.
Yeah, I think that, New York Extreme, known for their inconsistency and a little bit over-aggression sometimes. I think that's one of the things they're trying to be is, more consistent on the close and not throw bodies away, especially with extra time.
Again, though, you have to be the aggressor. Like, the aggressor will win. That doesn't mean run down the field and try to bunker the guy. That means you have to keep putting the pressure on them.
Yeah, it's just work through the offensive possibilities. Right. If you're not feeling pressure, well, then try to get a little creative. You should know which way you can go. You've had all the time to walk the field. You've had all the time to watch these games. You played through an entire weekend and another day of practice.
Who is this back here, Caro?
Yeah, Jared Caro.
All right, now, this is not Caro. Caro doesn't sit in the back like this. What is he doing?
Well, but here's the thing. So Caro, again, also trying to diversify his skill set and not die dumb. So he's going to be
But not dying dumb and letting a guy fill back on a 2-on-4?
No, I'm with you.
Jesus.
But again, it's with New York Extreme because of their history. If I'm coaching them, I'm like, I'm rather them err on the side of in a 4-on-2 have a little bit of a slower close as long as we get the point. But the problem is if you wait too long, then you allow.
They catch one guy, and then next thing you know, it's a 2-on-3, and next thing you know, Jake and Chris just won a 2-on-4 against NRG.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, you're 4-on-2, and you're letting this guy just run around like he owns the place.
Yeah.
Caro needs to get up into the game. I don't know what he's even doing. Like, he's not being shot at. He's not shooting at anyone.
Well, those bodies did drop quick, Joey, so maybe they don't know how to count down. That could be it. That would be an explanation.
We've had a pretty good conversation up here about this the whole time it's been a 2-on-4. As a paintball player, your job is to figure that out.
Of course.
Right? So
of course.
at some point, you have to realize sitting on the inside, not shooting at anything, nobody shooting at you, it's okay.
Yes.
Maybe wrap
the
the
coast
other
is
side
the
and
coast is clear.
Right.
The coast is clear. Yeah, if you're in a 2-on-4, but that's what I'm saying. It's looking like they may think it's a 2-on-3.
I imagine.
Or sorry, a 4-on-3.
They let this guy go from the front block to the stand-up to the corner. Maybe it does feel like it's 4 of them left, and it's all in this corner.
So Hennessy hits the deck and crawls up onto Uprising side to try to get a little bit of a
he should shoot
better
now.
angle.
I think they think there's a can still.
That's what I'm saying. It feels like they think that there's another body out there. And those bodies did come off pretty quick. So, and there is a little bit of a glare looking towards the east.
Manny, that's one thing I love about you is you love to make them like not feel like they're being stupid when they are.
Hey, it's good cop, bad cop, bro.
Absolutely. And I mean, I get it to a certain extent, but I mean, how long are we in this point? 3? What's the score anyways?
So, Joey, I do agree with you that they need to hurry up. But
how much time's left?
Well, they just burnt 3 minutes off in this 4-on-2.
Yeah.
I mean, unless there is there another body we missed? I'm pretty sure it's 4.
No, it's just the 2 because there was a penalty and the guy at the can got shot right after. Look, now they let him come right back up. What in the actual F? Don't do it. Don't do it, dummy.
I'll tell you what. It'd be nasty. Creek's going to come around.
Oh,
he pauses. Team kill. Team kill on Hennessy. And then here comes, so it's going to be Graham Arnold, and Creek is going to get shot inside. Doesn't trade. They did get the kill from Hennessy. I think Carl shot him in the back.
Carl made a move to the back. No, it was Kraft that shot Hennessy.
Oh, it was a Kraft?
Yeah.
Okay. And they finally shoot out Olsen too. So, Arnold. Well, it took a while. It took them 3 minutes, but they won the point.
Yes, only because they decided to come after them with the 2. The 2 decided to chase down the 4.
So the score now going to be 2-1. They're just trying to keep us on schedule. You know, long points.
Listen,
the schedule being clean.
I did my best for you on that yesterday.
Appreciate that, Joe.
Did my best. I got to be honest, after we were done, I was watching every game thinking, man, I hope these are like 2-0 games so I can get out of here. I don't want to scout all day. I'm so tired.
Yeah, and then you only have 2 points to scout.
So tired.
All right, here are their 2 breakouts. All right, let's go to dinner.
Exactly. I thought about that too, and I'm like, man, if these idiots are out here scouting us, this is going to suck for them. Yeah. I would be so mad. Like, why am I wasting my time?
So after a little bit of a rest, Aftermath trying to get back here, get even with NRG Elite, 7:30 to go in this one.
Both corners for Aftermath off the hot, into your inside structure.
And then into D1 immediately. So
and he got shot.
Oh, you got clipped trying to get in there. Missouri's going to go right back into the wedge here for Aftermath, and that's what's on your screen.
Fills the corner again.
I think Travis guns down, though, Joey. Yeah, he's doing a little surgery, looks like. Oh, no, he's up and running again.
Aftermath fills the corner, and the home fills into the can. NRG loses their can. That can spot is shaky at best. He's going to come get this guy clean. He's going to smash this guy.
That can spot's important,
He saw him. Here we go. Oh, no, he doesn't see him.
Battle going down to the center. Here comes Missouri. Missouri comes through, and he gets 1. He gets 2. Nice little 2-pack run through from Missouri.
That's it.
Well, after a real long point, we get a real quick point here.
I feel real great for NYX.
Yeah.
Enjoy your 7-minute point.
We're back up again?
Right.
Oh, okay. All right, well, let's hurry up, guys. I'm going to need 4 pods.
Corey Hall's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm well rested. I was the first one dead on that one. Let's go, boys.
Yeah, everyone else had to completely refill their pack. Well, got a tie ball game here. 6:30 to go in the NRG Elite Aftermath game. Been back and forth.
It's pretty bad when we're looking at 6 minutes left, the 2-2, going, man, this is a pretty high-scoring game, guys.
We're gonna see it. We're gonna see a lot of that here. This is this field is a slow playing field. It's a very tactical field.
By far the slowest Friday I've ever seen.
Definitely the slowest field we've seen in maybe I want to say 3 years.
So that the Chicago one, Philly I came back for with damage, where we ended up going 1-1 in the first game of the prelims against Impact and taking them to into overtime and losing to them 2-1. That was slower than this slightly.
Yeah. I mean, every now and then you're going to have some anomaly, like we had at Cup last year with that 1-0. You know.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about Cup. Cup was stupid.
Hey, you took second.
Second.
Congratulations. Yeah, exactly. Congratulations on being the The second place team, Joey.
They ain't first or last.
I used to hate that back in the day. Like, congratulations on second. I'm like,
right.
Dude, don't congratulate me.
I'd rather not be here. Kraft makes it up. They lose. Is that Hennessy? No, it's Carl, right?
Yeah, Carl taking the walk.
Kraft's up in that center again, though. I don't know if they know.
Oh, Kraft maybe able to get that shot.
He missed him.
Yeah, he missed him trying to go out wide. So Hennessy and Kraft in the center again. That's them in the go-to for New York Extreme.
NYX fills out to the corner.
Yeah, so Snake's open over here, and the battle's about to go down.
This guy is going to go run Kraft down. I can guarantee it.
He's thinking about it.
Oh, he wants it.
Ormrod wants to make this move. He's trying to gunfight his way into the position. He wants to go get Kraft.
No, he can't. Kraft knows he's coming. Kraft knows he's there at least. Oh, no, the other guy's going to come. I think maybe they're going to try to, I don't know what they're doing.
Well,
that's a lot of dudes in that little area.
Yeah, 3 bodies in that center. I mean, they have 5 across the field. This is a good cross-field spread here for Uprising.
They're full house right now. 5 on 4. I would still give New York Extreme the advantage on positioning. With Kraft up in that center sitting the snake side, he can pretty much just stop everything over here. And as long as Hennessy stays on the cross, dude ain't making it past that Dorito.
Olsen's thinking about making this move. Sorry, not Olsen. Graham Arnold thinking about making this
move. He should have. He should have done it a minute ago. Now it's going to be harder. Dude left the corner, went to the little Dorito on NYX.
Well, Pat's just pumping paint through that lane. I mean, he's just literally just sitting down on his knee and almost had his gun on his hip.
All he has to do, though, whoever the guy in the back here is just literally make a move towards it, and it's going to force Kraft to get freaky. And if this guy's sitting inside, he should smoke him. Almost like a bait play.
Yeah, for sure. Uprising, 5 minutes and 15 seconds left, down by 1. Extreme try to protect this lead, but they are down a body.
Kraft just got shot.
Oh, so now it's a 3-on-5 situation.
They let that Dorito wrap. Wow, Corey Hall did not do good there. Corey Hall shot him, but he let him shoot Kraft first.
Corey Hall's going to move up into D3, try to stop the bleeding a little bit. Again, 3-on-5 situation. Oh, they're going to lose Pankoff over there. He got clipped in the pack, it looks like. And did they lose another one trying to get across? Actually, it was a nice fill for Uprising to get back into the Doritos.
4 on 2, I believe, right now, because they lost their eyes back here. Yeah, 4 on 1, 4 on nothing. Nope, 4 on 1. Corey Hall's the last one left. Well, Corey Hall got a break on the last one. He's not getting one on this one.
Yeah, and then Corey's going to get clipped out, too. So 2 tie games here.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't know the count.
Yeah, but these guys, they're not going to take their time to get there.
No, that's fine. And that was a good point from Uprising.
Yeah, solid. Solid. I didn't know about stacking the center quite that heavy with 3 guys, but apparently it was effective.
Apparently that's how much they're fearing Pat Kraft right now.
Smart.
Yeah.
Kraft is doing work, you know?
Yeah, you have to neutralize threats. Pat is he's the biggest threat right now on New York Extreme. But the linchpin was they got the shot in on Caro, and after that, it kind of allowed them to then start, just pushing around the field a little bit. Yep. And Pat was, he was locking his lane up. Hennessy was shooting his lane, but that just doing that wasn't enough because they were more punching through the center. But typically that's not how it works. So jumping back into this one.
NRG makes D1, which is really good for them, but yeah, as long as he keeps those guys from filling out, he should be good. Did they lose anyone NRG? I didn't see. I was watching San Diego. I only see 3 of them. Nah, they're in the corner too, so there's 4. They must have lost a guy somewhere.
Yeah, so good crossfield spread here, Snake side for Aftermath as they've got out wide. They got Mazurek back in his spot. I mean, they might as well just let him start here at this wedge because he's been there every single point.
Well, apparently he's doing something good at practice if he's spinning every point.
Yeah, he played really well yesterday for him. He's definitely going to be, I would start Mazurek until the wheels fall off at this point.
Lost this guy filling out from home into the Aztec.
Yeah, Yeah, so tied up right now, 5:30 here on the clock, and body had dropped from NRG Elite, so down to 4. Who's going to be the first to go here? Okay, there we go. Aftermath going to start making a move. It's like about time. But smart move. They are going to be losing the body from the can. Yeah, that can
That's
is
not
starting
good.
to catch a lot of pressure.
That can's, it's one of those hot spots. If you don't have a guy who knows how to play in his butthole, it's not going to work.
Yeah,
well.
you need like a Jason Edwards at a spot like that, a Yosh Rao, somebody like that.
Big guys that know how to get real crafty.
Yeah. So now Aftermath making the move into with Grayson Gladstone. Ooh, but Grayson getting clipped out. It was a nice move for Grayson to get in there and then just getting clipped cross field as Mazurk goes into the brick.
I think there's 3 Aftermath left. Yet they made the fill back out to the can.
Yeah, that guy's got to stay alive. He's on an island out there.
Uh-oh. He knows. He knows. He knows this isn't going to work good.
Comes up and trades out.
It's a good trade.
Yeah, that was a pretty good trade. That was pretty bang-bang. Now, Mazurk's been getting after it, man. He's got really good timing out there. You can tell that guy's been playing paintball for a while.
Yeah. The one thing about that I don't like is you're down on bodies. Like, you're going to go up here and trade with this guy. What is that really going to do? There's a dude right behind him, right? So you're giving up your body for what, 1 kill?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, you're better off trying to play it out a little bit longer and try to catch another kill.
Well, that's when
and a tied game.
Yeah, when somebody makes a move like that, I'm thinking, did you know that you were down that many bodies?
Well, you should know. Like, that's
you should.
That's like the
but
easy
that
thing.
doesn't mean that they always do.
True.
Trust me, watching paintball all these years, not everyone always knows the stuff you think they're supposed to know. As another body coming off right now, and that's going to do it. So, pretty academic point for NRG Elite. Didn't do anything crazy, just won a couple gunfights, shot a body, forced like that. If you're not taking 2 off with you, it's not really helping the cause.
Yeah, and you have to know. You have to know there's 3 of you and 4 of them, right? So if you go up there and you trade with that guy, okay, great. Now you're on a 3-on-2, and you're leaving your guys on an island because there's no one else to help defend them.
Yeah.
Right? Like, at that point, you just have to be smart about it. And honestly, if I were him, I would either stay back at the snake or maybe even drop back and do that jump around crap that everyone's doing and getting away with. Try to make them think there's more bodies than there are.
Yeah, and yesterday we had, it's interesting to bring that up because the chaos that's created in the middle with a move like that you were just describing. So we had Mouse up here, and it was a situation where, even though one team had a decent amount of bodies over out wide on Snake side, we're going to lose it. So they tried to send Carl all the way to Snake, went off the break with his blazing speed, but got clipped, so good zone control. But anyway, just real quick to wrap it up, but having a body being a little creative and getting and creating that chaos in the center is more beneficial because you're changing the variables so much that somebody can play off that chaos.
Yeah, for sure. Kraft really wants to get up there, but I think it's too late now. I think if he tries to go now, he's going to get mollywalked.
He's been very consistent about getting up in there, so he wants to go. So he's going to go across.
Oh, he got there.
Yeah,
Oh, that's because dude looked inside. Oh, man, why would you give that lane up? You had that. You had the deny, and you let him come. Like, come on, dude.
If you're playing New York Extreme and Kraft's not in the brick,
he's coming.
You have to watch that lane because he's going to try to make that move.
Yep.
There hasn't been a point play that Kraft's been out here that I can remember where he wasn't trying to aggressively push up the center if he wasn't already in there. So, gotta know thy enemy, man.
Yep.
But again, it is a little tough to see, but that's just the information that has to get to those players. Either you get it or it gets given to you. So now they're going to double stack the wedge structure in the middle of the field here for Uprising. They're going to get Creek out wide, like Borromeo in there with Ormrod and the wedge. Hennessy in his spot, but yeah, it's just, man, Pat Kraft playing very well here at this first event. Whatever he did in the offseason has been working, because he's looking pretty solid. But neither team with a lead to protect right now. It's 2:20 on the clock, Joey, so it's getting down to it right now.
Well, this should be the point then, right? Like, you win this one, you're going to win.
Yeah, we got Joey Blue from Tampa Bay Damage up here. Going to be playing New York Extreme coming up here around 9:20 here Eastern time.
I don't know what Corey's doing over there. Maybe it's time to make a little bump, buddy. I don't know. You got 4 guys from Uprising on this side of the field. The widest guy is at the structure you're talking about.
Yeah, he's looking inside, not feeling much pressure. Okay, now they pick him up.
He shot the snake, and he died. That's all right. It's a good trade. I'll take that trade.
So Borromeo comes off for Uprising, trades out with Will Hennessy. And then here comes a move across. And
there goes Corey.
Did Pat get it? No, he didn't.
No,
so
they're still alive, both of them.
That's a great move across here from, I believe, Ormrod to try to get across and puts Pat in. So now Pat's trying to do the jump shot over the top. And Pat Kraft does get that jump shot. So
oh, man.
Nice
He's going to give his body away.
James Creek.
And they lost their white guy over there. So it's 2 of the Uprising guys left.
And terrible moment for Creek's loader to go down.
He's about to get his head wick. Corey's going to pepper him up real nice. That's a good time for a towel.
Yeah. Oh, Creek is very frustrated. Even if he had his gun, New York Extreme was getting in position, so, but it would have made it more interesting. But yeah, that's just the
As soon as the dude came in here and missed the shot on Kraft, that was pretty much it. Like, if he would have shot Kraft there, they would have been in control, and that would have been a whole nother game.
Well, this is going to get interesting here because, so New York Extreme gets to warm up, but they have to play you guys next. But if they get this win, they're 3-0.
That should get them through.
That should get them through, and they're looking pretty good. But that's, again, as a fan, that's going to make me really interested in this next game because now it's the big test for Extreme.
Right.
Okay, you guys look great, but now you have to play Tampa Bay.
I'll be honest, it's a big test for us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We've played a whopping 6.7 points out here.
Yes.
Like,
didn't get a ton of spins yesterday.
Right.
I mean, you guys won both your games, so
Right.
you're sitting pretty too.
Right.
And you have, again, 2 more games coming up today, but you're going to play a team that's looking good and just got to warm up. Obviously, you got to scout them, so you know what they're going to do.
Snake on break for the Castro kid.
Yeah, Castro's fast and real small.
Down 1 of the NRG guys. Their wide guy got shot going out. So 5-on-4, Aftermath's favor.
And that's what they needed.
And Aftermath's on all the spots again.
3:25 left to go, down by 1. Aftermath pushing the issue here. Snake side with Castro off the break, and he makes it clean. Missouri back to his spot that he's been at every single point.
It's a big fill. Home to corner, that's a big fill. He made it, though. Oh, no, he didn't. You can't stick the whole apple in your mouth, Matty. Take a bite of it. Take a bite of it. Unless you're a pig and you want to get roasted.
You sound like a dad right now.
Oh, there you go again. Second guy trying the same thing. Let's see if he makes it. Apparently, is that Grayson?
Grayson Gladstone?
Apparently, Grayson can fit a whole apple in his mouth.
Yeah, Grayson been back and forth. We've seen him snake side, D side. Is that Grayson in D1?
I don't know.
Over there?
I can't tell 100% to be honest with you.
They lost the body on that side.
Yeah, and the second guy filled from home.
Yeah, so I think that's Grayson Gladstone over there. Missouri's going to cut to the inside. He's going to go to the 50 brick in the middle. Castro's still alive, not feeling any pressure. He's going to hit the deck and crawl up here to get into Snake 1.
I got to be honest, I don't love this Snake 1. Oh, good shot, though.
Yeah, it's comfy. Guys like to go there and shoot inside. I mean, there's some angles there, but body dropping right now for NRG Elite.
Yeah, that was him. The snake guy shot him. Came up halfway up the beam and blew him up.
Yeah, so, but that kill did not come from Snake 1. It came from the 50.
Who's that over there? Is that Grayson coming off?
Yeah, Grayson.
Yeah, Grayson just took one in the Dorito. That's not a good death. That's a bad, bad death.
Missouri's still at that 50, wrapping
we're
around.
3-on-3? 3-on-3. 2-on-3 in NRG's favor.
So Missouri came around, got caught at that 50 brick. Good zone
another one
from NRG Elite trying to protect this lead.
So we got 2 left, Snake Eye and the guy made it out of the Dorito.
So Aftermath still has a chance here, but they're down by 1 and time's ticking off the clock. There's only a minute and 45 seconds left. They might.
You got to ride or die this.
You think it's ride or die right now?
I think you have to. I think if you try to not let this play out and because you're going to go down by 2 no matter what, right? With the minute 45. And these guys just go anyways, right? So now it's a 2-on-1, but dude has to come, right? He can't just wait.
No. They either have to have already toweled it, or now you have to just hope this guy can win this.
These guys are all out of paint. Like they're both these dudes are dry already. You would think after playing us, they would learn to carry more paint on them.
Well, you would think. So if Aftermath drops this game, they're going to be 1-2, but it would only be a 1-point spread if it ends this way. So if they can go into the next game and prevail,
that's against us too.
Yeah, see, I was getting there, but it's just a tall order to try to be damaged by a lot of points.
Yeah, especially when you're aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, you guys don't typically lose by a bunch. Typically.
Well,
it's going to happen to everyone.
It's the layouts, right? And it depends what you're playing. So our worst loss last year was in the finals at World Cup, but that layout, once you went down by 2 points, and we happened to have some unlucky shit happen there. We got 2 minors in a row, which cost us those 2 points, gave them a 2-point spread. That layout was so easy to lock down that we had to run at their guns. So it was either run at their guns or I could have made that gun a 3-2 game, but what's the point? You know?
Yeah, when you're in the finals,
yeah,
who cares about
I'd rather lose 7-2 and have a chance of winning than keep it close and make all the fans be like, well, it was a close game at least.
It's also not a prelim game, right? So margin means nothing. You either are going to win or you're not, and you have to be trying to do the things you need to do to win, so you got to run into the guns.
Yep.
Sometimes if the team doesn't break, then yeah, you're going to be losing by a bunch, but it doesn't matter once you're in that situation, whether you lose by 1 or you lose by 6, you still lost.
Yep.
But typically, yeah. So anyway, so that's the situation right now is that NRG Elite's going to be getting their first wins. They're going to be 1 and 2.
And they have a good margin too. I think they've only lost both their games by 2. So
yeah, so they're keeping it close. It's making it interesting here. So we're in this bracket D with Damage, Aftermath, Uprising, New York Extreme, and NRG Elite. And I mean, we'll see what happens in your guys' 2 games, but it is becoming apparent that the 2 best teams, at least from what we've seen thus far, is you guys in New York Extreme. But then, can someone else catch a wild card? We will see. Obviously, still more paintball to play. This is set 1 on day 2.
It's a little early to be calling the semifinals already.
It's a touch early, Joey, but it's part of the conversation.
Absolutely.
So we got to talk about it.
And this game's not over. I mean, these guys could catch a point right here, tie this up.
Yeah, so still a minute and 12, but only down by 1. It's possible.
They shot their corner on the guy, so they're 5 on 4.
5 on 4 and taking both.
And they gave them the center.
Uprising, here comes Uprising. Full court press for Uprising right now. Hennessy does make it to the wedge. And they're going to shoot the body in the center here, so Uprising's opportunity starting to dwindle. They are attacking up and getting into D4.
Go get him.
45 seconds to go. Can they break through this line?
Go get him. Stupid. Get him out.
Hennessy comes back and gets blasted. Graham Arnold going to get into Snake 1, wrap around, try to put a body in and go. He's going to get to the 50-yard line.
35 seconds.
Borromeo as well, too. Here comes Borromeo and Arnold on the Snake side.
1 guy left. They're going to get this point. He's hit on his loader already, too. Yep. Tie game.
So here comes Seattle Uprising blasting through with 20 seconds left to go. They had that 1 body to shoot, and they do it with just under 20 seconds left. Going to have a tie game, which with 20 seconds left, probably on a layout like this,
we're probably going to overtime. Yeah.
It's going to give the coaches a little extra time here because you get this little break. You're going to go out and play the 20 seconds. Probably nothing's going to happen. If it was a different layout in a situation like this, that's okay. Who wants to try to steal the win, right? But
they just won that one in 20. If they do something similar to that, but leave up some kind of safety valve somewhere.
This is just one of those fields, though, that it really does require at least a kill off the break.
And they did shoot the corner guy. They shot the Snake corner on the break that time.
And the guys you really want to shoot in needing a quick point is one of the outside guys.
Right, especially this corner. The Snake corner is a castle.
Totally. So
you only die out of there if you make a mistake.
Yeah, so got the Top Gun Award, the Golden Barrel, going to be given to the MVP, which, I mean, who knows who that's going to be at this point. That is wide open. We also have $500 for Move of the Prelims and $1,000 for Move of Sunday, courtesy of the Smith family, Mary Catherine and Pate Smith family.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, props to them, man. Paintball patrons for sure. And then the Golden Barrel. So yeah, and I mean, again, it's just wide open, man. I mean, even for Move of the Prelims, there were some really good ones yesterday. Stuart Ridgel had a 3-pack through the center that was beautiful. Matt Askren from Level stole a win.
I saw him get a 4-pack one point. Yeah. I was like, go with your bad self.
But he stole a win. I couldn't see how many bodies he actually shot in that situation, but as far as like moments, that was a bigger moment because it solidified Level's win, right? Yeah. So that's a little bit more important than the beautiful 3-pack that Ridgel
I'm going to lean on Jake's 2-on-1. I'm sorry, a 2-on-1 is pretty impressive shit.
I love how when we have these conversations, like whoever I bring up here, everyone's selling their boys.
I don't need to sell it. I don't need to sell it. You can ask the 2 guys that he beat in the 2-on-1.
Well, I do. I got another coin for him. I mean, he's starting to stack up his 1-on-1 coins.
Is there a 2-on-1 coin too?
There's a 2-on-1 coin.
Yeah, he gets one of those. Yeah. Should he get a 2-on-1 and a 1-on-1? Because he shot the one guy and turned it to a 1-on-1.
Yeah.
So technically, he did a 2-on-1 and a 1-on-1.
I mean, you can continue to sell me on it, but I'm just going to give you the coins anyway. Actually, he has to come get them.
he has to come get them. Looks like someone took a timeout here, huh?
It is interesting with Jacob because, God, I know you want to hear this, but he's almost due for a 1-on-1 loss because he just keeps stacking them up, man. Like,
so here's the thing about Jacob. Jacob played a lot of paintball before when he had a real job working outside of paintball. Now Jacob's in paintball working at a paintball field. Do you think he's playing less or more?
I'm going to go on a limb and say more.
Jacob's girlfriend that he's living with now.
She's a player too.
Yeah, she plays on the Cheetahs. She's like the captain of the Cheetahs. So, I don't know. You can call it luck surprise. Cheetahs are 2-0 at this event. I don't know. Maybe him grinding constantly, even with her, is going to be, the difference in that relationship. That's going to be a power couple if you're not careful. That's going to be a massive power couple.
That's awesome. Good. Is he helping coach over there too, or
when he can? I mean, this comes first.
Of course, yeah. Depending on the schedule, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
All right, so 3-3 with 20 seconds left. Is someone going to steal the win, or most likely probably going to see an overtime?
NYX is trying to win with a couple guys here.
Yeah, NYX.
So is Uprising. Uprising's just coming. Look at this guy.
Yeah, so Uprising charges down and trades out with Corey Hall.
We're going to overtime.
Yeah, we're going to overtime. McLean gets a spin, and he takes a little ground, but that's going to do it. So Uprising did send it on the D side. It looked like Hall was going to go too, but he got checked in at D3.
And the other guy just kept coming? Yeah,
he just kept coming. And then when he did, I was like, ooh, be careful not to get a penalty,
right?
bro. What are you
this
doing?
This is not a place for a major.
Yeah, but sure enough, we're going to see, we only saw one overtime yesterday. And it was actually one of the stories of the tournament is the Ironman.
Yeah, I saw that. That was a great game.
Yeah, we're able to upset AC Diesel, and Diesel came back and then put it on Revel pretty decent. I think it was 5-2 was that final score, so it wasn't a blowout win. But
didn't Revel lose their next one too, 4-1?
To the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Hurricanes
are a strong team, man. Like
they're looking good.
Fundamentally, they're probably one of the most fundamentally sound teams from top to bottom. Where you couldn't, I could probably pick two of their guys out now, only because they've been here for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, I couldn't tell you, unless I saw the name on the jersey, who they even are. But they're all consistently good.
Yeah, they don't make look. You want to play as mistake-free as you possibly can, and the Hurricanes play relatively mistake-free paintball, considering that last year was their very first year in the Pro Division. But it is an inspiring paintball story because, in this modern incarnation of the game, we're seeing, inspirations like Dynasty at 40 still being elite and at the top of the best they've ever been, winning half of the events last year and on a run that's been insane for the past 2.5 years. And then you look at a team like the Hurricanes, who in Chicago went undefeated in the prelims, beat some top teams. They made a couple Sundays, and that's an incredibly impressive performance. But those are grown men that have been grinding for years. They have regular jobs. They work hard. This is their passion. And
don't get it twisted. I mean, I got like two guys that are in the industry. Everyone else, they're working 40, 50-hour weeks and have families and everything too. I mean, so I think that's the biggest mistake a lot of people make in paintball. It's not like they're just gifted athletes and they're great at paintball. Don't get me wrong, they're gifted athletes and great at paintball, but if you don't work at the craft, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Right? My guys, they grind. Like, there'll be 4 or 5 guys out at CFP every Sunday. You just show up there and there's 4 or 5 guys. You guys having a practice? Kinda. But it's just grinding, right? It's part of it. It's in their DNA at this point. Like
it's what they do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. On a positive note, I got a couple guys that are getting close to 40, so we should go on a winning streak similar to Dynasty's here.
Yeah. I mean, they've been. You guys are another one. It's another one of those stories where it's just interesting to see grown men deep into their 30s, and now some guys getting to the early 40s, and then you get these young kids coming in. But paintball is not a game of reflexes.
Nope.
It's a mental chess match with guns. And you don't have to be 5'6" and blazing fast to win at paintball tournaments. In fact, those typically aren't the guys winning paintball tournaments. So this is it's interesting too because watch a lot of mixed martial arts throughout the years, and people have heard me say this before, but it's very true. If you look at it, sometimes it takes a very long time for those guys to become the best.
Yeah.
But they're well into their 30s, some of them into their 40s, and they're the champs.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
And you'd think that wouldn't be it because it's a strength, it's not just a strength game. So this is not just a game of reflexes.
Corey Hall catches one on the break at the can.
Into overtime right now, 5 minutes on the clock, tied 3-3. Who's it going to be? Well, it looks like, Extreme losing a body, but immediately winning a gunfight here against Borromeo. So it's 4-on-4 now.
In the mix here, Kraft's looking to make that move up there. It looks like Uprising's found a way to deny him from getting up there very easily. He makes a move out to the wire instead.
Yeah, so with the death of Corey Hall from the D side, Pat Kraft shifts on over to the Dorito side to have some sort of
D3?
offensive threat. Goes, right into D3. Hennessy still at the wedge. Mirrored up with, I believe, Ormrod, who's going to get in and look towards Pat Kraft to kind of keep him honest over there. But Uprising also quickly into D3. Did Tim Stetzel get a spin? I think Zach Caro.
Good shot.
Wow, beautiful
Clutch.
shot. So
Clutch.
Will Hennessy getting shot out by Ormrod. And it looks like Tim Stetzel is going to get a spin here instead of Caro.
Kraft still doing what he's doing, but doing it from the Doritos, just denying this guy from moving up. I don't know if I'd battle with him. I think I'd probably just chill. Oh, here we go. Stencil into the snake. They saw him, though. They know he's there.
Well, they need to yell that to Ormrod so he can
they're yelling
off the top.
I'm hearing their Dorito guy call it. If Ormrod's not hearing it, that's his bad.
Yeah, Ormrod was, and at the moment, rightfully so, popping the top a little bit, but now he has to be careful that Stetzel's this far up. I mean, Stetzel's more tucked in and looking inside to protect that. Stetzel's on an island also as well, too, at the death of Hennessy. It's down to a 3-on-4 situation in
Finally
favor
makes a
of
move to the
Uprising.
corner. That's a good move. Honestly, he's got freedom to do damn near what he wants. He's only got to worry about Kraft, and Kraft is worried about the dude on the inside wedge.
Must-win situation for Uprising. They dropped 2 games yesterday. They need to win this one for sure to have a chance to move on in this tournament. And they have a one-body advantage here in overtime. Stutzel's been talking it up pretty nicely as well, too. And he's got CJ Cantor at the can, and then Pat Kraft in D3. That's it for New York Extreme. I think it was Creek that made the, no, it was Graham Arnold that made the move out wide here for Uprising. So he's also not really on an island because he does have Ormrod inside.
He really wants Joel to shoot the bounce shot. I'm not sure which bounce shot it is, but he is very, very adamant that he needs to shoot that bounce shot.
How do you feel about the bounce shots? I mean, you don't have to give away any secrets, but just in general.
They're not sweet. Honestly, it's the paint, right? The paint's so fragile out here that the bounce shots are eh. I mean, they're still worth shooting, but they're not all that in a bag of potato chips. I don't know why he keeps doing this creep shit. Either do it or don't.
Ormrod?
Yeah. He's gotten clapped up 3 times he's tried doing this. Like, you're telegraphing what you're about to do.
So Ormrod's at the wedge, creeping around. He just hasn't felt any pressure from Stetzel, so he's going to go across and go into the brick, but he hits the brick, so they're going to know he's there.
Well, they know the snake's there, too, so, I mean, honestly, at this point, he just needs to launch on him. Ormond could get him clean all day.
Arnold has also moved up to get a little bit closer to Ormrod. He's at the insert bunker here, snake side. He's off camera, but he's getting closer. Now he goes right into snake 1.
He should go. He's got it right now if he takes it.
Yeah, no pressure. But he's thinking about it.
Stop thinking about it.
He's got a minute.
Think long, you think wrong, brother. Think long, you think wrong.
Minute and 42 seconds to work with here.
He's got this all day. He still has this. Like, no one's even looking this way. Kraft's on the wire.
Yeah, he's not in.
Cantor's on the wire.
Arnold's a vet. He's been around forever. We've seen him make moves like this.
Good retreat.
Stetzel with a little tactical retreat to get in a little bit more defensible position because now it's going to be way harder to run him down now. So, yeah, the move was there for a little bit for Arnold.
We go to one-on-ones after this if it goes all the way, right?
Yep. Now down to a minute and 5 seconds here in this 3-on-4 situation.
I think this is a 5-on-3.
I think didn't they lose Borromeo? I thought they lost Borromeo before.
I keep hearing someone shooting back here. I can't see them all. You might be right. It might be 4-on-3.
Might be in the back center, but I'm pretty sure Borromeo.
Cantor makes a move up in the Dorito too.
Yeah, no one's shooting their guns right now.
Every point's a critical point nowadays.
So Arnold's going to hit the deck and crawl up to the 50-yard line here in the snake.
This is literally Uprising's tournament. You know, if they win this, they have a chance still. If they don't, they are 100% out.
Stetzel not getting a ton of spins, just coming fresh back onto the team after dealing with some injuries past couple seasons. And he's been playing pretty well here on an island.
They must believe in him. It's a big-ass point.
Right? Like,
it's one of the Uprising guys going down. Kraft's looking to go. Kraft's going. Kraft just got shot.
But Kraft goes right into a lane, but only with 7 seconds
right
left.
behind him.
We're going to one-on-ones.
One-on-one.
Unless there's a major all of a sudden.
One-on-one. One-on-one.
So who are they going to send out, both these teams?
I imagine Kraft.
I was going to say Pat Kraft Jr. for sure, but for Uprising, maybe Arnold? Arnold thrives in one-on-ones. He's been really good at them throughout the years. I'm just wondering, is he still top dog for one-on-ones? He's, you guys run one-on-ones. Every team knows who their guys are going to be. You got a short list, right? You got your roster of 10 dudes, 7 to 12 dudes for some teams. But every coach and every player knows who those top dogs are.
I'm confident I run more one-on-ones than anyone else in paintball.
Well, it's important, right? This does happen. It happens within the context of a game.
It's your whole tournament.
And then right now, the tournament is on the line for Seattle Uprising. If they do not win this one-on-one, and it's one hit or quitter, man. You go out there, and if we can't determine a winner, then you send your next hero out. So it will come down to who they put out for this one-on-one to try to save Uprising's chances at this tournament, and this is why it is important to train one-on-ones. It's a fundamental part of this game.
It's the most important part of paintball. It's the most neglected part of paintball.
Yeah, I think they might be sending Graham out. That's not a shocker to me at all. Yep, it's going to be Graham Arnold. I knew it. He's a stud, man. That's who I would pick too if I was Coach.
Corey Hall. Look at this.
Ooh, we're going to send Corey Hall out. Okay.
Making us look dumb.
Well, just how good Pat's playing, and also Pat's he's been in one-on-one tournaments before.
Yeah.
You know, he played in the HK one-on-one tournament that we held here on Go Sports during COVID, and he's a hell of a one-on-one player. Corey is also Corey's really good in situations like this. He's been in a lot of these before. He got paintball famous by winning low-body situations for Scott's Elevation back in the day, helping put them on the map. And so, yeah, not a shocker that they go with Corey Hall. It's just that Pat had been so lights out.
Could be Pat was a little winded after that last one, too.
Yeah, could be.
It was a pretty big run, and he got torched up pretty good.
All
Might not have been able to spin him.
Corey Hall versus Graham Arnold. Tournament on the line for Uprising. And it looks like Corey is going to go, big time, big move all the way into D3, and Graham has no idea he's there. But now he knows he's there. But then Corey uses that. He's going to keep coming. I like how Corey's playing this. Graham, head on a swivel, trying to figure it out. Still at that back Aztec a little bit. More of a patient. Back here is going to go down on his knees, though.
Honestly, at this point, with him being in the weaker position, if I was him, I would just chill, protect the buzzard, run the minute out, and let the next guys come out, because he definitely screwed up on the break.
Yeah, I think it's 2 minutes now.
Even if so, I'd sit there for 2 minutes. I mean, if you don't let him give anything to shoot, because Corey's definitely in the dominant position right now.
Yeah, and he's got all those bunkers to work with. And he's got a lot of options, so Corey's going to...
He keeps missing that first shot, though.
Yeah, he's had, I think, at least 2 opportunities. Yes. And he's getting closer now. A little harder to miss when you're this close. But, yeah, Corey Hall definitely going gun dominant and position dominant in this one-on-one. Ooh, just broke a ball, though.
And that is not the best bunker to be in for a one-on-one that Corey is at.
Oh, and Graham Arnold gets the drop in on Corey Hall. So Corey Hall going gun dominant and making some nice moves up there. But I tell you, man, Graham Arnold's a hell of a gunfighter. And that's why they put him out there and puts the team on his back.
Show respect right here, though. Come on.
Gets the team on his back and goes over and gives Corey Hall.
Corey feels like shit, but that was a massive show of respect for both those guys.
Yeah. Oh, Corey punches his gun in frustration. Yeah, it's tough, man. You know, team, has the respect for you to put you out there. But one-on-ones are difficult. You know, it's... Corey played that very well. Graham just got a good shot on him.
Yeah, I don't know if I was Corey if I would have gone into that wedge. I think I would have stayed in those Doritos just because it's a little easier to play out of.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I understand, put the pressure on him, get on his feet. He's missed those 2 shots and then started breaking paint, and you can't win a one-on-one with smashing paint.
So that is going to do it here for this set number 1 in the books. And what a dramatic turn of events. Uprising still in this tournament. They're going to go 1-2 so far. They got 1 more game to go against NRG Elite. New York Extreme's got a loss on their record, and they have to play Tampa Bay Damage next. But next up, before we get to the Damage NYX Uprising NRG Elite set, it's going to be the Brooklyn Bears, also looking outstanding, playing the rookie pro team Notorious, and also the ML Kings and Columbus level here in set number 2. The 2023 NXL Sunshine State Major. Joey, best of luck.
I appreciate you.
Thanks for coming up. Stick with us here on Go Sports. We'll be back.
Diesel! D-boy and ASD! White! Remember, control! Billy, I'm with you! Let's go, baby! Team! Moving on! Hey, team paintball hitters, way to go, boys! Dynasty, let's go, boys.
What's up, I'm Matty Marshall. We're here at the very first NXL event of the year, the Sunshine State Major, and it's Thursday. This is training day, it's practice day. It's time to sharpen those swords and get ready for the battle that's about to go down. So many crazy stories with the 20 pro teams and then all the semi-pro teams, all down the divisions of WNXL. It's going to be absolute madness here in 2023. So we're here for this practice session. We're going to go and check out, talk to some of these players to see what's going on in their minds as they get ready for this battle. Let's go check it out.
You got to set the tone. In the first event, you got to set the tone for the year. Make sure that you're building with your teammates and making a great debut on the new season.
We're really hungry, and I think the entire team feels really good. I think that's key when you're playing pro paintball, to have some fun when you're playing, and definitely Impact's going to be a force to reckon with.
hard work and discipline, and that's what we're just working on. This is what they've been beating in our head the whole last few weeks is discipline, discipline, discipline. So we're just working on that the whole time.
First event's always fun, but it feels like there was no off season. You know, we were just in Florida, and now we're back.
Right now, it's a new season. Everyone's 0-0. So when I got that jersey with my name on it, it was pretty cool.
Coming into this year, everyone is hungry. Half of them are all best friends. We all grew up in the same neighborhood. They've been playing with each other for 10 years, same fields.
The Hurricanes are as prepared as we can be. Put in the work. We're going to see if it pays off. All we got to do is execute now because this first event really sets the pace for the rest of the season.
Just finished with the practice session for the professional teams as we're heading into day one of this first event of the year.
This side is going to be the more chaotic area, but it all depends on how the teams want to play it.
There's a huge brick in the middle of the field. We're going to see the battle ensue all throughout these bunkers in the middle. It's going to be madness. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be a lot of fun.
The biggest thing is seeing what that other team does off the break and how much pressure you're going to apply with that breakout.
So all the preparation, all the training, and all the off-season moves, all that is in the past. The battle is going to be going down here on center court for the first event of the NXL season, and it's going down all weekend long. Can't wait to see it.
Diesel! Emo and nasty! White! Remember to roll! Billy, I'm with you! Let's go, baby! Let's go, baby! Moving north! Hey, team paintball hitters, way to go, boys! Dynasty, let's go, boys.
Yeah, gotta aim for the top like, hold up, yeah, I can never doubt myself, I know better. All of you critics be acting like you know better. Blowing the smoke, but I know when the dust settles that I'm in my element, it's evident that there's levels to the game. All of those dark nights I got then, breaking my back to make it out, got me feeling like rain. I ain't never need your help, I know you wishing me well, a penny for your thoughts, but seeing no change. I snap for the sun like Diddy, the riches got a mad ass son, I'm like Billy. I ain't never switch up, whole team with me, putting on for my city like OAGZ. Set the pace as long as you finish, consumers find a way inside your business. Babble if they try to dabble in it and they hate the fact that they may have to witness. You tryna aim for the top like this and you're in your element with a fire like this, and they hoping you fall and they praying you miss, but it's all in the risk. I got you with the switch, you know. I'm in the zone. Give me the throne. One shot, that's all that you got. That's all that I know. Foot on the gas. 155 on the road. You could be a friend of me, an enemy. Keep that same old energy, cause I know I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element.
And we're back. 2023 NXL Sunshine State Major. I'm Matty Marshall here with Rich Telford. Set number 2. We're in the prelims. See who's going to be moving on to Sunday. Brooklyn Bears looked outstanding yesterday. Undefeated 2-0. And they're taking on the rookie pro team, Austin Notorious, who they lost both their games, but man, a 1-point loss to Impact and a 1-point loss to Level. Notorious looked pretty legit yesterday for their first pro day ever, and it looks like a complete disaster here off the break for the Bears. They lose their entire middle and D side.
Little 4-on-2 situation early in this first point, Matty.
Yeah, so
Notorious in real good positions.
Yeah, there's a body walking off for Notorious, but they did their damage already. It must have been a penalty or something.
It was a penalty. 2 guys got shot.
Okay.
One guy's kept playing. They pulled another one. Unfortunately for Bears, all their players are on the snake side of the field. So if
look at this though, Rich. Sorry to interrupt, but Mark, who was that? Body running through here for Notorious, trying to trade out with Altamore, but Altamore stayed alive and got that drop on. So that's definitely a mistake here for Notorious.
Yeah, 4-on-2 to 3-on-2, Matty. Big swing there.
Yeah, 3-on-2 manageable. 4-on-2 typically doesn't work out unless somebody makes a mistake. So mistake here from Notorious.
Were you thinking earlier when you were watching those one-on-ones that it was going to be Sunday afternoon? It was Sunday afternoon.
I was excited because I'm like, wow, we have overtime.
I think that's the one cool thing that might end up happening is we might end up having a decent amount of one-on-ones.
Yeah, it was, and then we were wondering. Well, we talk about that in a bit, but I was wondering, was it going to be? I thought Pat Kraft might come out because he was playing so well.
He was going to, and he decided he was not going to. Yeah, we asked him to do it. He said he couldn't do it. He was too tired. Hadn't been working out.
That
enough.
was what we wondered if maybe he was tired.
He came off
and
hot.
another body coming off right now, so it was all of a sudden even up to a 2-on-2, but
now 2-on-1, Matty.
Then now 2-on-1 is all
Notorious advantage.
Got shot.
And
then
Notorious
take him out. So it was looking very good for Notorious for a while after that penalty in a 4-on-2 situation, but they made a couple mistakes.
RBJ.
So Archie Barnes Jr. staying alive with Michael Kovar, the veteran on the squad. Spent years and years with as one of the key members of San Antonio X Factor, and then retired for a while. Got married, kid, job, and now just loves paintball, back in it with Notorious, and Michael Kovar played great yesterday, and that's not a huge surprise, to be honest.
Yep, he's pretty good at the foosball. And it's crazy because, like, the guy, people come in and out of the sport, and when people come back that used to be good, then they come back, they're still good. Like, it takes them a while to knock the rust off, but once you understand the sport, you understand the sport. How well you can do it, how quickly you can do it is based on your athleticism, your age, but you still get it. And the guys who didn't get it, when they come back, they still don't get it.
So Level went 1-1 yesterday, playing the ML Kings 0-2. And the ML Kings have some work to do because they lost to the Bears 5-1, so -4 there, and then only lost by 2 to Impact, so sitting at a -6. ML Kings need 2 wins, and they need wins by decent margin.
Big spreads, and it's gonna be hard to get big spreads on this layout, I think. I like this. Kings a little more aggressive. Snake early.
Yeah, Carter Donaldson missile. I like that they're using him as a missile.
I do too. I like him playing up front way more than I like him playing in the back. Looks like 5-on-5 here still, Matty, as Level moves into Snake 1 as well.
Yeah, Danny Schonauer hunting, trying to figure out where Carter is.
I feel like he knows right where he's at. He's pointing that gun right at. If he doesn't know, he's anticipating.
Yeah, he's maybe waiting, because Danny's pretty aggressive.
He's super aggressive, bro.
I was thinking maybe he'd run him down, but can't do that right now as they're watching over Carter from that inside wedge structure. Notch one at that mini wall.
I like the way they're watching over him. They're not just watching over, they're just pumping that gap. So there's constantly paint coming through there, and it makes you think about going forward for sure.
So Damian Ryan with some penetration as well, too. Damian played great. Damian Ryan coming back to pro paintball. Getting picked up by Level, and was a big contributor yesterday in day 1. They went 1-1, so Level still with the chance to move on in this tournament.
Yeah, and he had some good points in that match that they won.
Yeah, this is a pretty good field for Damian. At least with the way that he can kind of scamper about, get creative, get aggressive.
Yeah,
lots of options for him with all these different bunker sets. Body coming off right now for the ML Kings.
Kyle Berry.
Yeah, I think it was Kyle Berry taking the walk. Peterson runs out though, and he's going to get clipped, as he tried to get in a little too high to D1.
It's crazy he didn't make that transition because he's such a little guy over there.
Yeah, and then Denny Schonauer makes the inside, runs down Rodriguez.
4-on-1, Matty, 4-on-2. I got Snake Corner. What else you got?
I got Snake Corner. I think that might be it. Maybe back center? I don't think so, because Kyle came off. I think it's just the back corner here on the Snake side for the ML Kings.
Okay.
As we're looking at Columbus Level, they're sharking up on the D side of the field. Damian now going to get on his feet, not feeling much pressure. They're trying to figure out where this last body is.
Yeah, I think it's a 3-on-1 here. 3 Level players against the 1 ML King players, and they've eliminated him, so they're going to win the first point in this match pretty easily.
So Level going up.
Yeah, I like Damian going up the middle, but he's kind of playing the job role in that position where he's going and kind of locking down a lane. I'd like to see him in a more dynamic role where he's shooting on the break, moving up there, locking down a lane, and then releasing.
But I thought he did that yesterday. I mean, he was on his toes. He was rolling dice up in the center, making some moves.
I'm talking about today, Matt.
We've only seen 1 point.
Well, I expect more out of him.
And they won the point.
But not because he did what I said.
He didn't die.
It's going to be a long, long day, guys. It's going to be a long, long day. You guys hear me in the booth? Yeah, it's going to be a long day. Matt's on one.
I'm on one. You're on one.
You're on.
I'm chill.
Hey, nice.
I'm chill. You're the one that's not chill.
Are you enjoying your Starbucks?
It's delicious.
I can't believe Darren won't take us to Starbucks. It's ridiculous.
You don't
Bears breaking out from the right. Thanks, bro. Good looking out, man. I love you, too.
Only the kind people get Starbucks.
Notorious from the left.
You can have gas station coffee. So on the breakout.
But not today's. You have to have yesterday's gas station coffee. 5-on-5. Good breakout for both teams. Oh. Notorious losing their first player from the Drew side of the field out of that Dorito can. 4-on-5 advantage here for the Bears as they move into the center bunker, the Snake Brick. Notorious now in the center bunker and the Snake 1. Notorious loses another body. 3-on-5 advantage now for the Bears as FSU attacks forward, though. Notorious is going forward, although they're down on bodies.
Yeah, getting in the Snake, though, but then ends up getting taken out. Anthony Bowles taking the walk. But body coming off for the Bears as well, too. Scotty Graham getting in the Snake. Yeah, I liked the combo yesterday of Scotty Graham and Jared Sester here on the Snake side. They played outstanding.
Well, they had that one really dynamic point, and after that, they just played good team paintball. But they had that one really special point where he was crawling around the Snake doing the Jedi stuff.
But they were playing intelligent, aggressive paintball.
And close together, like, moving together.
That's all we can really ask, right?
It was good.
They're attempting to play the game the way it's supposed to be played. Scotty Graham now going to clear the field as the damage has been done. A couple gunfight losses here for Notorious to tie this game up. Going to be 1-1. But yeah, great story with the Brooklyn Bears playing this rookie pro squad. Notorious, their second day as professionals after making it into the pro division by 1 point. They took second at the second to last event, and then they won World Cup. And at the beginning of the year last year in semi-pro, we thought it was going to be Blast Camp or the Fit guys, Paintball Fit.
Yeah.
But at the end of the year, Notorious just
snuck in there.
On to that, just clung on to staying in the hunt. And then we're able to sneak in. And with the Brooklyn Bears, they were Thunder last year with the merger of Thunder and the Bears, the Thunder Bears. But the deal was the whole time that they were going to be the Bears in 2023, and then started to base their practices out of the East Coast. And then so Thunder, some of the key guys from Thunder ended up going to the Ironman. And they picked up 3 of them. Patty Gleason is on the Ironman roster, however, not here at this event as his wife just had a baby, so congratulations to the Gleason family. And now the ML Kings on a rebuild as well, too. Columbus Level losing one of their best players in Sam Silberg in the offseason, going to Infamous, but picking up Damian Ryan. So it was a very chaotic offseason, as always, to reset a lot of these stories.
Even more than usual. Level loses their first attacker, Dorito side, Matt. That guy's getting chopped up pretty regularly now. And they just get a penalty out of back center, so 3-on-5 advantage here early on for the ML Kings.
Yeah, it's Askren who had a big day yesterday, and Cranmer walking off early. So Chase is going to be picking up the first attacker duties from the departed Sam Silberg on that D side. But
it's funny too, Matt, because it's a 5-on-3, but ML Kings I think know that it's a 5-on-3 because I see the guys walking out, but they still can't just fly up the field because those zones are so important, or so tight in the middle of the field. They got to find where those guys are before they can start sending bodies to get them.
Well, they sent a body to the brick. Try to put a little pressure here on Danny Schonauer. They're going to jump into the Snake as well, but they lose a body. ML Kings losing Kyle Berry on that D side.
2 points in a row, get shot out early.
Going to crawl up out to the 50-yard line. Already have that brick, so 2 bodies attacking for the ML Kings in the Snake structure versus 1 level player. Level also has Damian Ryan on the inside, though. It's a little 2-on-2 battle here on this side of the field, but just looks like concession.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was a 4-on-2 situation with the advantage going to the ML Kings. So Coach Dowiak decided for Level that he had seen enough.
I've seen enough, Matt.
Wanted to reset at 5-on-5 as that will tie the game up, but still a lot of game time left. So now coming back out here, Notorious and the Bears also locked up at 1, as that's in the pit with Columbus Level, who also, one of the big story for Columbus Level is they lost, I feel one of them, we talked about this yesterday, but Corwin Weber blowing out his knee skiing. So they're going to not have him for a few months as he tore his ACL, and he's one of the best second attackers in the business, and he got real good last year. So that's definitely a big hit to them, but that's why it's good that they picked up Damien.
I'm surprised Pando didn't write a contract where his guys can't do like any fun stuff.
No motorcycles.
No fun stuff.
No snowboarding.
Yeah.
Can't roughhouse the kids too much.
No roughhouse. No big dog play.
So playing the aggressor here, Austin Notorious into the Snake.
Yeah, 4-on-5 advantage here for Notorious as they push into the Snake side of the field. Bears are kind of sitting back playing a little more defensively with 1 player in each one of the 2 Aztecs, 1 player in the can on the Dorito side, and 1 player in the tower over here on the Snake side. 4-on-5 advantage for Notorious.
Well, one of the players that had a decent day yesterday for Notorious was Jared Sherman, and he's now at the brick. Like how he's been playing this wedge and brick structure. Archie Barnes Jr. in there with him into the snake. And they're going to get a body out behind him as well, too. So good little stack of bodies on this snake side with 5 bodies alive. And this has kind of been a stock play, right? Leave a body at the can, flood bodies
the
here.
can's the island.
Snake side.
Can is the island. And the guys on the snake side, as they push up the snake side, they shut down the Dorito side so that guy that's playing the island on the can can just stay snake side the whole time and not have to worry about containing the Dorito side. See if Archie Barnes Jr., ABJ, can get some action going. Oh, and he does. Gets that first kill, but unfortunately gets caught doing it. Just got to tighten that up a little bit, Arch. So 4-on-3 advantage now for Notorious as they move on to the Bears side of the field through the center structure. I'd like to see the 2 players for Notorious transition out of the back line. Here comes one of them.
I like the read and react we're getting out of Sherman. Unfortunately, though, he checked off towards that inside and ended up getting his loader peeled off. So a little bit of a tough death for him in a decent spot.
Yeah, and they go from a 3-on-3 to a 3-on-2, and the advantage is now switched to the Bears, Matty.
Wondering if the Bears know the count, though. They're all in the back spots.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Well, they're going to transition here.
Looks like one of the Notorious players is also breaking a lot of paint back there. It might be Marky Franz. He's got his barrel in his hand.
Yeah, Marky is about to do a little surgery as he's ripping that barrel off, try to get a little cleaner shot going.
Communication and the guns have slowed down a little bit as everyone tries to reposition and figure out exactly where the opposing players are and how to get through the zone from the opposing players. A little bit of communication now. And the center of this field, Matt, is just tricky, man. When you walk around there, you're like, oh, if I go here, I can see this. I can't see this. I can see this. I can't see this.
It's a forest of big bunkers.
It's a plethora of big bunkers.
Quite a bit. So now the tables turned here. This is was a low body situation for the Brooklyn Bears. It's just something that the younger teams, I mean, everyone needs to work on it, but the more veteran teams typically don't drop high body situations as often as the younger teams.
Yep.
Scotty Graham trying to finish this one off, though. Scotty's been playing really well this weekend. Getting good reads out there. Might have got clipped, though, as he got across. That's a tough death. He did not need to die in that spot.
Nope. And he didn't play it correctly. He didn't have the ball. The guy inside of him had the ball. He was the pivot guy. Scotty's just been pumping the outside of that bunker.
Yeah, if you're in a 1-on-3 and you're the farthest guy up and you're the one that one is shooting at, then you don't really need to make a big bite across a giant gap.
Just start doing this, right?
Just talk. Hey, he's on me.
On you.
He's on me.
Dude, I've been trying to get the New York guys to pick up on that for 3 years now.
Yeah, hey, there's one of them, 3 of us, and he's currently gunfighting me. So if you could just maybe move across the field, that'd be great.
And then when he's off of me, I'll let you know, right? So that you know he's switching to you, and then you can deal with that based on that information you got.
But the Bears, regardless of that needless death from Scotty, still end up winning the point. It is the blessing of having a 3-on-1 because you can throw a body away and still get it done. Tie ball game.
2 seconds.
Oh, we have to remember in the Red Legion match later to talk about Jason Burns and Leo Smotrov as much as we can. Jason Burns, Leo Smotrov. Okay. Jason Burns, Leo Smotrov. Don't let me forget. Jason Burns, Leo Smotrov.
Make sure I do not let you forget.
Thank you.
So jumping into this next one here, tie game, 11:38 to go. Between the ML Kings and Columbus Level, ML Kings going to scurry up into that wedge structure. Looking at Columbus Level, though, here on with our eye in the sky.
And this is a great matchup, Matty, because these are both teams that are kind of at that same level, and they're both kind of trying to fight to get to the top of that middle pack.
Yeah, both having a decent amount of roster roulette.
Yeah, exactly. And both have young athletic teams. Both are kind of on their way up, on the rise. So both brought in a new, all-star guy.
Justin Politi getting a spin, but taking the walk here, getting shot out of that tower. Kramer goes inside this time for Level into the wedge, not going outside into the Doritos quite yet. Damian Ryan to his standard spot at the first notch of that wedge structure, and 2 bodies behind him. But they're kind of stuck in the pocket right now. Askren's going to try to get out wide, and he does slightly. He gets to the can. No one out wide on the D side for the ML Kings, but they do have the field spread on the Snake side. Not much forward progression. They have Rodriguez up at the wedge trying to shoot towards that D side. There's no one up on the D side for him to shoot at yet, though.
Yeah, and that's the problem with that spot is it's a really strong defensive position. But if no one's attacking that zone, right, and you're basically dedicated the whole game to nothing, then you're really kind of playing 4-on-5 if the other guys know that you're on that zone and can avoid it.
ML Kings dive a body here into Snake 1 and then get Woodley out wide. Also snake side, so 4 bodies this way, 1 at the can. It's kind of becoming a standard breakout here, or standard evolvement of the play.
Woodley has really good acceleration for a taller guy.
He's fast,
like explosive
very
guy.
athletic guy.
Yeah, I like the ML Kings positions over here. 4 guys snake side.
Ooh,
1 guy in the
Damian
can.
Ryan gets through the
great
gap.
Move.
That's
what we were talking about earlier. Damian playing a little bit more dynamically because everybody, a lot of people can do what he was doing back there, and a lot of people can't do what he's doing right now.
Well,
3 guns on him, dealing and dealing.
He did it intelligently. He kind of waited for that lane to drop, bided his time, and then glided in at the right moment when no one was watching that lane. I mean, they had a body in Snake 1 to shoot paint in that zone, but that guy wasn't shooting that because Damien wasn't there for a while. So nice move. And then during that move, Cranmer makes it out wide as well into D3. So a couple set of secondary moves for Columbus level to put them in much better field position here. Oh, but they get the shot in on Damien.
But what I was going to say, Matty, is Damien making that moves allows you to get outside because that changes that gap.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He played off that move.
Yeah.
And then, but the ML Kings front player here, Snakeside, looks like he traded with
Might have been with Damien, yeah. 4 and 4.
But Rodriguez is still alive over here, so he's able to make his way into the brick. So better field position currently for the ML Kings.
And in my opinion, I like the way the Level is playing the field better than the Kings, where the Kings are playing 3 or 4 guys in the back. Level's trying to get 3 or 4 guys to the 50, and I think that's a much more successful breakout for this or game plan for this layout.
Well, I asked the ML Kings players during the practice session on Thursday because they were the fastest team in the league. I'm like, hey, is that still going to be your mandate? Is that still going to be the style of play that you bring? And they're like, we're going to try, you know. But right now, Level is the one pushing the pace. They do lose a body on that D side because of Rodriguez is in the spot. Now here comes Askren. There's that Lemon.
Oops.
Going to try to come across and not able to get. So Rodriguez is balling out right now. Rodriguez just got another one. That was
Elias, let's go, Elias.
That was at least a 3-pack for Rodriguez.
Minimum.
Nice job, Elias Rodriguez.
Hey, Kyle Berry stayed alive for a point. Good job, Kyle.
Well, they needed that. Needed a little spark here.
Yeah.
The whole pit got pumped up with Rodriguez at least 3-pack. And, you know, again, we got...
He was wheeling and dealing up there, too.
You know, we're giving out money courtesy of the Mary Catherine and Pate Smith family. Going to be $500 for the prelims, and that's on the list right there. You know, that was, again, a little early in the game, but tie ball game goes out, gets at least a 3-pack. Now they got the lead and the momentum. That's on the list for sure. In the pits right now with the ML Kings. Still got a lot of paintball to play, though, here in the prelims as we're only in set 2, but ML Kings hyped up right now. Feeling pretty good.
That was a really good point. Momentum shifter for sure.
Jumping back into this one with a 2-1 game. Favor of the Brooklyn Bears. Notorious.
Notorious is really good on the breakout, Matty. They seem like they win a lot of the breakouts. Concerted breakout from both teams, Matty. 5 alive from both teams. Oh, first player taking a walk from the Bears.
Notorious doubling up that back center. And they're going to glide a body out pretty quick. Bears a little bit more aggressive here, taking a little bit more ground, but not much. No big aggressive pushes up the center early, but then on a secondary, Notorious going to get a body up into the middle of the field.
Good transition there from Notorious in the back line to the brick that feeds into the snake structure. Now he's in snake 1. They like that position, Matty. Snake 1 and the center bunker working together, talking together. Those are the 2 prime positions right now kind of on this side of the field. 2 guys there, 1 guy behind him in the tower is a very strong 3 position.
Yeah, more likely than not, those are going to be the 3 players for whatever team wins this event. Whoever steps up for those guys.
They're going to be doing most of the work.
Yeah, exactly.
That and the guy in the island, right? Because the guy in the island is literally shooting his gun and talking the whole game, right? 4-on-5 advantage now for the Bears. Notorious drops 1 from the back line.
Yeah, we are seeing quite a bit of back guys die off the break and in the middle of points, just because it is a pretty gunfight heavy field. And like you said, man, if you're on that island, it's a rough spot to play.
Yeah.
Rough spot to play. You're going to get shot at a lot, and you're going to be shooting at a lot of guys. And,
you're expected
if you die,
to
you put your team in a bad spot.
You're expected to stay live and shoot your gun and communicate the whole game with everybody on the field knowing exactly where you are and exactly what you're doing.
Kind of a tall order, but it is going to be required to prevail out here at this first event.
Well, and it's telling, right? It's telling which teams play which players in those spots, right?
Bears losing a body. Oh, losing another one. Looks like the player in the Aztec just got shot. I don't know if a ref saw it, though.
No, he's looking. Oh, he saw it, though. He's looking right at us.
He thought about it for a second.
He's looking right at us. Bears down to just 2 now. Oh, sloppy death there from the Notorious player wrapping in the snake.
Yeah, they've done a lot of damage over here. Yeah, Bowles begging for a penalty, not going to get it. Another body comes off for Notorious. This is a bit of a bloodbath here on some.
I believe it's a 2-on-1 match.
Well, Michael Kovar has done a great job of surviving here for Notorious, as he's still alive in all that chaos. Definitely 2 bodies left alive for Notorious, and I think just 1 for the Bears. And I think did he get him on the bounce?
I think he got him on the bounce.
Oh, look at that veteran play
Snake
right there.
1 bouncing it off the tower on the Dorito side into Dorito 3. Crazy.
Kovar's he's been lights out, man.
Yeah.
Playing real solid.
You know what I love too is when guys come back that have kind of taken some time off, they have that just they really appreciate it more because they've haven't been here the whole time.
Yeah.
And they've got that just positive kind of energy the whole. It's great. I told Alex, I was like, 10 years ago, you were a crippled old man. You look like me. And now because you're enjoying yourself so much in playing paintball, you look 10 years younger. You're bouncing around. I was like, man, it makes me happy.
Yeah, it definitely can. Paintball can beat the body up, but it's good for the soul.
Good for the soul, man.
And it gives you a reason to stay in shape, though.
Yeah,
If you're still getting long in the tooth, it gives you a reason to stay in shape.
Yep, and it's always fun to shoot people.
Yeah, I was talking to the owner of the Brooklyn Bears, Magic Mike. He's 60, and he's like, I'll tell you what, Matty, we go up a couple points, I might get out there because I want to be the oldest guy ever to play a point in the NXL. He's like, is there anyone older than me?
He's
and
pretty jacked.
I'm like, I don't think anyone's been in their 60s and played a point because I think Alex is 54, 56, right around there. So that's Alex Martinez, oldest man ever to play a point in the NXL.
10 seconds.
So we'll see. Maybe Magic Mike, if they can go up enough points, we'll get a spin out there and set a record.
Set a record, baby.
1 point lead right now for the ML Kings in our split screen breakout. ML Kings on the blue side, level. Oh, penalty going to be assessed on Damian Ryan.
Ouch.
The first penalty we've seen him get as Paliti quickly gets into the snake, but they're going to have to present some sort of offensive threat quick to pump the brakes for the ML Kings. The ML Kings are going to be able to read this situation here, hopefully for them, pretty quick.
Yeah, 5-on-3 advantage here for the Kings.
Paliti pumping paint towards that D side. No one really up on that side yet for the ML Kings. I would like this we're starting to see this a little bit. Guys are going to spots, and I know, hey, you want to pump paint through the lane, right? But if there's literally no one on the D side, there's no lane to shoot yet.
There were some points yesterday where 4 guys on the snake side are pumping the D gap, and the only guy in the D gap is the can looking this way. I'm like, 4 of you guys are stopping somebody that's not going.
Yeah. And then that guy will sit there and shoot that gap for 2-3 pods for 2 minutes, and then that guy's basically out of the game. But the tough thing is it's hard to tell if there's anyone over there or not.
Well, you're shooting at him, but you don't know that 2 other guys are shooting at him.
Look at Peterson. Peterson off to the races to try to close this one out. Yeah, he was in a high body situation. What a great read here from John Peterson. Comes through. Wow. He blasts 1, he blasts 2, he hits that buzzer, and Peterson putting the ML Kings.
What I will say about that is if he was a big guy, that would have been impressive. Because he's such a small guy, it just wasn't an impressive move. You know, you always see small guys flying down the field.
It does look like Peterson has dropped a little bit of weight in the offseason and looked real blazing fast.
He looked real athletic. Once you get that going, get that momentum going, Peterson.
Yeah, it's good to see Peterson still out here.
Yeah, I heard he was going to quit. I was like, that sucks. I love the way he played, and I think I thought last season was his best season so far.
Yeah, well, he came up to me at World Cup, and he was like, hey, man, I just want to come over, shake your hand. I'm going to retire. Most likely, and I was like, "Are you really though?" I mean, I hear this speech from a lot of guys, and sometimes, most of the time, they don't
everyone at the end of every season. Hey, just so you know, keep this on DL, but I'm probably out. Yeah. I've had enough of this. We didn't win World Cup, and I've had enough. Okay, I put too much of my time, too much of my energy. I've taken I just can't do this anymore, Matt.
That's a good speech. It's almost like you've heard it a million times. But anyway, but I told John, I was like, hey, dude, you're playing the best I've ever seen you play. You keep getting better. Why stop now? Sure enough, I see him at the first event. I'm like, hey, good to see you, Peterson. Good to see you. I thought
you lost? This is a paintball field, friend.
He was like, well,
they need me. They need me so bad,
Matt.
Matt.
It all worked out, and offer couldn't refuse, and I'm back, and I'm glad to be here. I'm like, I knew it,
sucker.
Couldn't stay away. We're in the pits right now with the ML Kings. Got to be pretty stoked. 2-point lead, they need it. ML Kings dropped 2 yesterday, must-win situation for them. Level still in it as they beat Notorious, but they only beat them by 1, dropped by 1 to the Bears, so they're 1-1 with the even point spread. They do not want to lose this game because Impact is their opponent next, so always tough to have to go and play Impact for your last game in a must-win situation to decide whether or not you move on, because it's really hard to beat Impact.
Oof. Yeah, especially on a layout like this that's really kind of caters to their style of paintball.
Yeah. The one thing I would say, though, is that on like I was talking to Ryan Greenspan when he was up here, he was saying that, yeah, that's true, but when you're in a situation with a layout that only typically is allowing maybe 6 points total played for a lot of these games, and the teams that are the underdogs actually have a little bit more of a chance because it's less instances.
Less margin, yep.
So,
but like I said,
tie game, 5 minutes, 15 seconds left to go. Looked like Bowles might have got shot. He's asking for a check for Notorious as Notorious is going to get Sherman back up to his spot. Looks like Bowles caught a bouncer. He's alive, and I don't see anyone. Yeah, it's 5-on-5 situation right now.
Bears are outside on the D side, Matt, getting out to that baby Dorito.
5-on-5.
Slight advantage.
Yeah, just a slight advantage here for the Bears as Frank Tomaso gets out into that D side.
Markey moving out of the back center into the small Aztec on the snake side, but shooting Dorito side for Notorious. FSU Notorious. Player there for Notorious trying to wrap around and see what's going on in the middle. It's a really tough bunker to play because there's so many different angles from that center spot. Now switching inside.
And if you guys are joining us out here on your social media platform, please head on over to gosports.com. Watch the conclusion of this tournament. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be fun. It's always entertaining. When the best in the business throw down on center court here at the NXL. Body dropping right now as Bowles eventually does take the walk. Kovar's going to fill his spot.
Yeah, bad death out of that tower, Matt. You got to stay live in that position.
Yeah, but a one-body advantage currently for the Bears. No lead to protect, though, so if they want to win this game, they are eventually going to have to push into these guns. A little bit better field position with a body at the wedge for Notorious, but a little bit better field position with the outside D1 position for Frank Tomaso for the Bears, and they have that extra body. So
yeah, it's going to be tough for Frank to push through that gap from there, right? I think that move comes from the inside out easier than it comes straight up the tape, Matty, just because the angles are so bad from the snake side. Notorious, really good communication. Oh, Bears dropping their first body to 4-on-4 now, Matt.
That was a great gunfight win right there from Michael Kovar to help tie it up on the body count. The veteran strikes again.
Oh, he's shredding paint, unfortunately, though. We were talking about, we always have our talks after the air. A big move on the D side there. Gets all the way to D3. Oh, I think he got shot after he got there, unfortunately. We were talking about no matter how good a team you are, right? Like, let's say you're Dynasty, right? And Dynasty picks up 2 or 3 of the best players from all the best teams. Even if you're the best team in the world, if your gun sucks, your hopper sucks, and your paint sucks, you're not winning. It's that technical.
Well, and it's not even really that it makes, not that they suck. These are all top-level machine guns, but it's a race car, man. You got to keep that thing lubed. You got to keep it clean.
Well,
make sure you mind your paint. Can't leave your paint out in the sun.
Paint cycles through where it goes good and bad, right? But also new products come out.
Yeah, it's like anytime any guy gets a brand new gun, wants to use it at the tournament, I'm like, hey, I know the gun's getting really good, but what are you doing, man? You got to use that in practice for a little bit.
Yeah, this is not practice. We're not practicing. We're at the event now.
Yeah. Put 10,000 rounds through it, then bring it out, play in the tournament.
Then let me know. FSU dropping another player, trading out here at the 50 as well. Oh, he stayed alive.
Baltimore try to run down, take out this player here in the snake, and then, but here comes Scotty Graham in all the chaos, man. Scotty Graham's still alive. I think that was GJ Sakaguchi who had Sakaguchi had some good plays out there for the Bears, earning some more play time.
Yeah, starting off in the center and kind of work his way down that Drew side.
Yeah, he's one of those, he's got good burst speed, he's athletic, and he's aggressive. Typically, as he's been coming up in the ranks, used as a bit of a secondary attack weapon.
Yeah, so good, pretty good timing.
But yeah, Scotty Graham continues to clock in as well too. He's played very consistent. And Notorious threw a couple bodies away in that one. Lost, gunfight losses. Big bite on the D side cost him a body. Just a few rookie mistakes out here in the pits. Tense conversations. The Bears trying to preserve the lead. Speaking of preserving a lead, ML Kings have built up a little bit of one here against Columbus Level. 2-point spread right now. Time starting to tick off this clock. Columbus Level doesn't want to drop this game. ML Kings desperately need a win to stay in this tournament. 7:13 to go. Both teams with a body to
sloppy
snake.
Danny.
Yeah, but Danny Schonauer
over the top, Matty. Come on.
So, dropping a body here. Columbus Level down to 4. 4-on-5 situation here in favor of the Kings.
ML Kings in both power positions over here, snake side. Snake 1 inset center bunker, so 4-on-5 advantage. And in good field position early on in this point. Woodley in the small Aztec. John Peterson can on the Drew side. Level loses another player, Matty, out of that back Aztec, so down to just 3 now, Matt.
Yeah,
Damian right in the center.
3-on-5, 6:35 to go. Down by 2. I'm looking for something out of my 3 right here. I'm going to have to blow this horn at some point. Not quite yet. Still have some time, but... And now for the ML Kings, pump the brakes. You have a big body advantage. You have a pretty decent lead.
Grab a clip.
Yeah.
Grab a clip.
Try to burn,
feeding that hopper.
Try to burn 2 minutes off this clock and still win the point.
Yeah, and like you said, really quickly in the next 10, 15 seconds, the level has to make a decision. Are these guys going to try to go forward and win this point, or am I going to have to concede this point?
Well, Damien knows that, and he's going to go, and he gets right through that gap and survives, gets to the 50 bricks. So signs of life from level right now with Damien Ryan, the new pickup. Former All-Star from Infamous. Has helped them win tournaments. And then looks like Chase is going to get up into D3, so they're making the moves needed, and they're going to get a shot in on LJ Woodley dying out of one of those back spots.
Damien getting the check now.
4-on-3 situation now. Referee in there checking out Damien. He's definitely catching a lot of fire. Does he have something on his chest? He does not. He's clean.
He had some on his leg, but I think that was just rubbed from when he got up in there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of spray coming off of that edge of that.
Yeah,
wall.
right on the corner.
Yeah.
3-on-3 now. Level Up has been down on bodies, was able to turn this game back around by Damien Ryan making a big move up the middle, taking up a couple guns. Look, really, honestly, everyone on the team right now for ML Kings are all trying to figure out how to shoot Damien Ryan.
They're going to come across to try to trade with Damien. Damien's going to pop the top. He tucks in. He stays alive as the ML Kings get to the brick, and then they are going to blast Damien. Does he stay alive?
No,
Rodriguez again. Rodriguez is on fire right now, but then he peeks out and gets shot by Cranmer to turn it into a 2-on-3, so Level's keeping it close.
Kramer had a window there, Matty, when Damien was battling, and he could have flown down that.
But he still got the shot on Rodriguez, and with the way the Rodriguez is playing, get him off the field.
For sure.
And now Cranmer has outside contained. That whole D side is essentially open, except for that
Peterson.
Except for Peterson at the can.
3-on-2 advantage for the Kings now.
But Peterson's looking this way. There's only one gun on Cranmer right now. There's still time, 4:30 to go, but a 2-point spread. Level needs 2 just to tie. Oh, and they're going to lose Astran in a second they do that. Coach Tyler hits that buzzer.
Probably could have conceded after they lost Damien.
Yeah, again, you coach, you know how it is. You're asking for you guys to let, hey, give me a chance, right? If you're just sitting in your bunkers and hide in a low body situation, I'm forced to concede.
You make
but if
this
you're trying
decision
to
really
make
easy.
moves,
Yeah.
then now I really got to think about it. You know, how bad off are we? So right now, building up a bit of a lead, ML Kings putting Level in a tough position because Level, again, has to play Impact next. They drop this game, they'll be 1-2. You go 1-3, you're not going to be moving on to Sunday, but at least they've warmed up. It will be Impact's first match. Impact had some close games, had a close game yesterday against Notorious, and a pretty close game against the ML Kings. So, you know, not blowing teams off the field.
No. I mean, it's tough to blow teams off the field in this layout.
The only team that blew anyone off the field yesterday was Dynasty beating up on the Saints.
Yeah.
It's the only mercy rule we saw all day long.
Only 6-point game we saw all day long, I think.
Yep. Only team to put up 6 points.
ABJ, Snake one on the break, looks inside. Again, that's the moves, Matt. Those 2 spots on the Snake 50 and the tower behind him supporting him.
Only 2 minutes left to go here. Notorious putting themselves in good offensive positions here off the break with a body in Snake 1, body inside wedge. And also a body in D1, but D1's going to be taking the walk. So that's going to put Notorious in a pretty tough position here with 4 bodies left against 5. Down by 1 with 1:37 seconds left now.
Good communications with both teams, trying to figure out where the bodies are, where the guns are. Guys are talking about how much time is left on the clock.
Yeah.
So they know exactly how long they got to survive or how long until they got to go forward.
Sherman gets across for Notorious.
Yeah, the pairs are just locked up, Matty. Everybody's got their zone control, just rolling those guns, trying not to make any mistakes, trying to protect that lead.
60 seconds
60
to go.
seconds.
Two players at that brick in the Snake, and then Sherman's going to launch. Jared gets across.
I'd love to see him crawl all the way down that beam.
He wants to go. He knows he doesn't have much time. He's going to launch. He's going to shoot Scotty Graham.
And he's going to continue to go through Schumann. Gets 2. Ooh, got to be careful not to get a penalty there on that one. Scotty is begging for it. And he definitely shot the player in the Aztec, who is eventually going to come out of there. And then they cut through the center as well, too, with Kovar, I believe. And he gets peeled off. Marky Franz and Archie Barnes Jr. trying to make something happen here with 27 seconds left to go. Archie's going to launch, and I think they're going to be able to do it. Archie comes through and stitches up the player in the back corner bunker.
Nice job.
And then Archie Barnes Jr. going to hit that buzzer with 19 seconds left to tie this game up. The rookie pro squad in the fight right now.
Nice job, boys.
It started with Sherman. Jared Sherman comes through, blows the door open with a beautiful little 2-pack, and then took Archie a second to figure out where those variables were, those last player was, and made the proper move. Kind of surprised a little bit. The guy was like, oh, he's right here. Bam, stitches him up in the back, and then glides in to hit that buzzer to make this a game. Notorious, 2 losses yesterday, but only by 1 point. Both of those games were 1-point losses, so they're sitting 0-2, -2. So if they could get a win here against the Bears, it would be their first win as a pro team, and it would keep them in this tournament. Notorious has to play the ML Kings next, and we're in the pits right now with the Bears. I think that was that Sester. Yeah, Sester had a really good day yesterday. A little frustrated with how that one turned out. So the ML Kings have built up a pretty sizable lead here against Columbus Level, who are going to have to go into the breach. They have no choice here at this point, desperate for a win. So, yeah, point spread important, but if they lose this game, it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
Well, it will still matter, but they have to play Impact next. So,
yeah.
Yes, point spread important.
And the season race starts now, right? So it always all matters. Level 4 across the 40, 1 in the back. I love this breakout for them.
Yeah, great breakout for
Peterson
Level.
taking the walk, Maddie. 4-on-5 advantage now, 4 level.
Yeah, they get that shot on Peterson, and now flooding bodies towards that 50-yard line. Both bricks are hot. Snake 1 is hot. Now the pass to 50.
Yeah, Danny's on their side of the field now.
Oh, they're going to lose Politi, though.
That hurts. Damian Ryan filling Snake side.
Oh, here comes Danny Schonar comes through, gets 1, he gets 2. Does he get the 3rd? Here comes Astrid. Astrid's so good on these secondary attacks. Oh, but a major penalty going to be assessed. Who's it going to be on? I think it might be on the Kings.
Got to be on the Kings.
Because they're not come to try to pull out Damien, or Chase.
Yeah, I think it's Woodley.
Opportunity right now for Level. They needed a quick point, and they got it. They also needed a little bit of a gift from the paintball gods. They got that too. Major penalty assessed. No one left a pull, it looked like. So I think the ML Kings, Rich, might be starting down with 3 bodies in this next one.
Yeah, that was an interesting decision there.
Still a game. Still a game. 3:27 on the clock. 2 points needed. Power play possible on this next one. Yeah, Level's still in this. And again, they have to play Impact next, so they have to be looking at this game like, look, we have to win this one.
Yeah, because our next game's not going to be any easier.
Yeah, we went 1-1 yesterday with an even point spread. We absolutely need to win this game, and they have an opportunity to do it. So we will see. And I'm pretty sure that play will get reviewed to see if that was a legit major. And make sure you head on over to GoSports.com to watch the rest of this. As you can see, we saw 1-on-1. It went down to 1-on-1s with Uprising and New York Extreme, with Graham Arnold playing the hero to keep Uprising in this match. We got a couple brutal games going down right now, and it's going to be like this for the rest of the day. It's been an entertaining morning thus far. So
I think Notorious is doing really well for their first pro event.
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously they're not winning matches, but they're in every one of these, and they look good, right? They're winning almost every breakout. They understand the key position on the field. They're playing the key positions well. They're not as polished maybe as the teams they're playing against. They don't have the experience, but they're doing all the right things, which means eventually they're going to be there.
They're making a decent amount of mistakes, but they're also doing a lot of things really well. And to me, the most important thing, they're not intimidated by the moment. They're hanging with these top-level squads, and that's impressive. So, yeah, I mean, they got a real bright future in front of them. A lot of talent on that squad. If they can just tighten up a few things here or there, they could be a force to be reckoned with. They got great leadership. Love what Coach Gray's been doing with them, and he's been, here many times, so he knows what he's doing and helped to get him to this point. All right, here we go. Tied up 3-3 with only 17 seconds left to go. Is someone going to steal the win, or are we going to see an overtime point?
4-4,
Probably
Matt.
going to see overtime.
Sakaguchi all the way to center 50, Maddie.
Well, here comes Sherman.
Oh, Sherman gets torched.
Sherman gets torched, but then Pito launches and he gets shot. Not going to matter, though. No penalties assessed.
You sound disappointed, Matty. No, it's not going to matter. No penalties out there. Whatever, bro.
No, I like me some overtimes. Also like one-on-ones. So
I do think, though, that one-on-ones should be best of. I think we should change one-on-ones to best of 3.
Okay.
So you pick your 3. All 3 of those dudes have to go out, have 2 minutes each still. But then it's not just a one-on-one.
Look, I would absolutely love that as well, too. However,
well, you're the dude with all the juice. Make it happen.
Well, look, I only have so much juice, but the thing is,
we'll spend it on this.
There's 20 teams playing in one day with 10 sets, and we got to all get it in before dark. So if we start adding in extra one-on-one situations, then you're kind of eating into that schedule. Just something to think about.
What we'll do is we'll start running 3 matches instead of 4 just to make time for all the one-on-ones.
Triple split deck.
Triple split deck, baby. We call it the 6-pack.
Yeah, so they are reviewing that major penalty that we believe was on Woodley.
I'm not positive. Yeah, I'm not trying to call Woodley out. He's the only guy I could see. He did get shot, and the referee seemed to be.
It looked like they were going in his vicinity. So, but not positive on that. There was 3 bodies back there, but it was very chaotic.
Yeah, and a major penalty, it can carry over to the next point, and that's why they got to review it, because if you get a major penalty, there's not enough people to pull.
Yeah, it's pretty crucial at this point.
Yeah, you can start down on bodies. So
yeah,
super crucial.
And look, they did overturn a major that was not a major yesterday, so that was a legit call. And I just love that we had Joey up here, and I'll tell you what, if Joey doesn't agree with something, he's going to tell you. And he was pretty stoked with the way things are going with the review system and the just trying to keep it as authentic, and what's actually happening out there on the field is what the result is. And also remember, we got the Top Gun Award that's going to be given to the best player of the tournament, which that is wide open, man. I have no idea who's going to get that yet. Definitely have some names on the board, but we're only 1 day into a 3-day competition, starting to get a little bit into day 2. There's a lot of paintball to be played out here. And we got some money to be given out as well, too. $500 for best move of the prelims, $1,000 for best move of Sunday, courtesy of the Smith family, Mary Catherine and Pate Smith family.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate all the love from the paintball patrons.
Yeah, we literally couldn't do what we do without you guys. Literally. Did you go out last night?
To eat sushi and then to go home. Sushi was delicious, though.
Delicious.
So, still in the review. Coming up next, we have Tampa Bay Damage taking the field for the first time. Going to be playing New York Extreme. So after dropping that game, now going 2-1. They definitely don't want to go 2-2 again, but they have their hands full with Tampa Bay, because Tampa Bay definitely has his field dialed. Not a lot of points played by Tampa Bay in the just total. I think they played 6 points yesterday.
If it was up to them, though, they'd only play 1 point a match.
They'll take it if they can get it.
100%.
And then also in that set, Uprising still in the tournament with the big heroic one-on-one victory for Graham Arnold against Corey Hall. And they're going to be playing NRG Elite, who also won their game against Aftermath. So it's getting very interesting in that bracket. It's Damage, Aftermath, Uprising, New York Extreme, and NRG Elite. In this bracket, it's Impact Bears, ML Kings, Level, and Notorious. Also still very much to be decided, especially if the Bears end up dropping this game. That's going to make it, still a lot, just too early to tell. Too early to tell.
Beautiful morning, huh?
Yeah, it is a beautiful morning out here. It's a little chilly for us up here in the booth, because the wind's kicking up, but it's perfect paintball weather if you're down there on the grass, because it's going to heat up again today.
You've got 2 shirts on.
Yeah, I know. It's not enough.
Could you be a little less sensitive? You're a man.
I'm from San Diego, dude. I'm a tropical
You have a
flower.
beard. You have enough man hair on your legs and face to keep you warm. Let's go.
Yeah, well, don't make me
he's
take
getting
my
soft,
shirt off.
guys. He is getting so. It's like I'm gonna start calling him Buttery Matt.
Forrest.
Buttery Matt.
I'm fine. What are you talking about?
Oh, you fine, all right. I'm not talking about that guy. I'm just talking about you being soft and fine.
Look, not all of us can be from Modesto, Rich. The
NorCal.
frozen tundra.
That's right.
Of California. At least in the winter, and then in the summer,
in the winter.
it's the third circle of hell.
Yeah, it's a powerful combination. Please come out and visit me. ML Kings breaking out from the left. Yeah, come and see the sights. Might want to come armed. Level breaking out from the right side, blue side of the field. ML Kings from the left side, the red side.
So it is a penalty. I didn't hear the. It's definitely obviously a major. There's 3 bodies out there.
It's very major.
But I didn't hear the penalty was on.
It did not either, but I believe it was. Well,
big opportunity for Columbus Level right now. This is huge. They're still down by 2.
How much time?
I want to say, what was it, 3.5? Yeah,
okay.
3.5.
We still got a game.
and able to keep 3
Oh,
bodies
that was
alive at least
sloppy.
initially. Yeah, so the player for the ML Kings went way out wide into the blind zone behind the bunker. He could have just got in there and stayed alive, but trying to get creative to
Try to
produce
get
a
fancy.
kill.
Kyle gets caught, so it's going to be a 1-point game, Matt, with plenty of time left. Once level figures out, it's a 5-on-1.
Well, when you have a 3.5 minutes left and you're in a 3-on-5 situation, I don't know why he went so wide and stayed out there. Because if he was able to get in and stay alive, I mean, what are you trying to do in that situation? Burn clock.
Yeah, lay down and protect the base.
Because even if they're going to drop this point now, and now it's going to be a 1-point game, but it went so quick that now level has all the time in the, well, not all the time in the world, but 2.5 minutes to work with.
They have an extra 30 seconds at least.
Yeah, so.
You know, sometimes as coaches, we don't explain to the players who are going out there what the objective of the point is, right? Obviously, we know what we want to do, but you got to be. Sometimes you got to be more specific. Sometimes we do, and they just don't get it, right? They just kind of go back to what's natural playing paintball, being creative.
Yeah, so tied up 3-3. Austin Notorious, Brooklyn Bears, overtime right now.
Big point.
Who do you got?
Who's stepping up? I'm going to go Notorious.
Yeah, they have the momentum right now.
I feel like they've won more breakouts, and I feel like...
I don't know. Bears, though. Bears are pretty tough, too.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a tough one to call.
Yeah. What I probably will say is the team who has the advantage on the breakout.
For sure. As far as veteran experience, because the Bears have been here much longer.
That is a...
Not that much longer.
Definitely in their favor.
But a little bit longer.
The whole season, right?
The whole season.
Bears lose their first attacker on the Drew side.
Oh, huge kill, and it's GJ Sakaguchi getting shot off the break, trying to get outside wide. Advantage for Notorious right now, 5-on-4 situation.
Notorious first to the 50 as well, Matt.
Yeah, getting up to that 50 brick here towards the snake side, looking to lock off that D side. No one to shoot at, though. I don't know if he got the info. Oh, another body coming off for the Bears. Not looking good for him right now, 3-on-5. Notorious going to try to win their first pro game ever. And that will turn, they'll be 1-2, but with a -1 because they lost both their games by 1 point yesterday. So still in this tournament.
Yeah, that next match should be pretty easy for them.
Still some work to do as they have one good field. Ooh, they drop a body. Tough death for Marky Franz Jr.
Yeah, he's usually alive at the end of the game, so it's kind of uncharacteristic that he get dinked out like that, especially in a 5-on-3 situation.
We've seen Marky a lot, right? I mean,
yeah.
decent amount, right?
Almost too much.
Yeah, but I've seen enough tournaments with him. He's a really consistent guy. Doesn't die early a lot, so it's a little. I don't really say when I've watched Notorious play. We rarely say, "Oh, Marky Franz with a early death," but it happens to everybody. But now his boys got to pick it up.
Yeah, that's why it's a team. Good fill out to the corner from Notorious there. Get a little bit better angles from that corner. Releasing through the center field now is the Bears. 4-on-3 advantage for Notorious. Notorious with 3 across the back line.
Oh, Sester catches one, trying to do something.
Oh, there goes another.
And another body coming off, so looking good for Notorious.
Yeah.
Only a minor mistake. Only mistake they really made was the early death for Marky Franz, but that wasn't even that big of a deal.
ABJ at the 50 snake now, wrapping and going forward. Only player left alive for the Bears is that corner, and he's been eliminated, Matty. Looks like he trades with Archie there.
I wonder if maybe the Bears took Notorious a little lightly because the Bears had such a good day yesterday, and they have picked up Frank, and squad's the best it's ever been. They got their OG squad again, feeling it from how good they played yesterday.
Yeah,
playing the rookie pro squad. I mean, it seems to me one of those situations because. It's not like they've been here for 10 years. Dynasty's not going to take a team like Notorious lightly because they've been struck by that lightning before.
So many times, yeah.
Yeah, so might be a little bit of that. I'm not saying they came out flat, and I'm not taking anything away from Notorious. Congratulations for them. That was a beautifully played game, a tough, hard-fought match.
Yeah, the guy's like, we got one.
There's Stoke. I can't hear anything through my noise-canceling headphones, guys.
But just keep talking.
Congratulations.
Just keep talking.
Yeah, Marky Franz Sr. was giving us an earful, but congratulations, boys. Oh, he's talking about how awesome their sponsor is. Props to Valken. Yeah, so, yeah, man, awesome job.
They were shredding paint that game, weren't they? Weren't we commenting on that Marky's hand?
Maybe one, I'm not sure, but they won the game.
Yeah, I
won the game.
Interesting the line to go there.
Notorious officially first win in that win column. Next up, ML Kings, can they get it done against Columbus Level, or is Columbus Level going to steal this win with a come-from-behind victory? And they get a shot on Peterson off the break. Can they keep 5 bodies alive? Referee checking out one of the players for Level. I think that's Damien in the can, and he's clean.
ML King down 2, Maddie. 5-on-3.
2 minutes.
And he's in the center 50.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Lemon's going to dive into the snake.
Oh,
And immediately gets
he's
shot on his
up.
first head check. Tough death there for Lemon.
Whew. That shot was on point. His head just barely lifted that.
I mean, I like the aggression. They need a point. Oh, battle going down right now. Snake side. Danny runs through, trades out with Rodriguez.
2-on-3, Maddie.
Kyle Berry, I believe, making a move out into D3 in that chaos from the snake.
Yeah, if there's no containment on that Dorito side, if there's no one, like with penetration on the snake side, shooting the Dorito side, you can fly down that Dorito side because that can's always inside.
Ooh, Pleedy gonna sneak into the snake. No one saw him get in there, and he'll have a crossfield shot. Not a great crossfield shot on D4, though. That's where the ML Kings have made their way into. I think that's Kyle.
I think it's about a 2-on-2, Manny.
2-on-2 situation. Justin Politi and Damian Ryan.
Damian's in the tower on the D side, looking to make a move on their Dorito. Pleady's supporting that from the inside.
Damian's looking for it. He moves up into the brick to try to pushes in to try to get the shot on D4. He has to worry about that pin right there. Might have an oh, and he gets the shot in on Kyle Perry. Beautiful job by Damian Ryan. That's a crucial kill. And then they get the shot in on Navarro. And Damian does have a big, doesn't he have a big old something on his goggles? I think it might be rub.
The ML King guys might be seeing what you see as well, man. They're all pointing at his
giant
face.
beacon on his head, but I'm not a ref, and there's literally a ref. Yeah, I mean, it must just be rub. Yeah, he's got a rub on the hole on that right-hand side. But from here, it looks like the biggest goggle.
After he got shot, he leaned in and rubbed it on the bunker. Good game there from Justin and from Damian.
Yeah,
down on bodies, moving forward.
Totally. Damian had to completely commit into that brick. Now, typically, you don't want to hit the bunkers because it identifies your position.
Right.
But he had to lean into that spot. That's where he got all that rub.
Yeah,
on his,
hide the hit.
Yeah. But he had, that's where he got all the rub on the right-hand side. And he was going to have that one opportunity to shoot Kyle because Kyle didn't know he was there. And he also knew that, okay, I'm pushing in, I'm moving the bunker. Maybe Kyle's going to see it move, but Kyle was so tucked in. Kyle knew he had the whole D side completely blown open, so he was wrapping around. And sure enough, first head check on the inside. Damian doesn't miss his shot, and that was the key kill right there. So
yeah, really good close there from Damian Ryan.
Just such a big pickup to get Damian Ryan on Level squad because they lost Corwin Weber. And with how good Weber was, he was one of the reasons that Level was, when they were having their good runs, because Level was very inconsistent last year, but they did take a 3rd place. So we're in the pits right now. It's still not over, though. Tied up 4-4. Great comeback so far for Level, but the work is not done. There's Charlie Givens, the owner and coach of the ML Kings, talking to his boys, try to get them pumped up here to try to go and steal the win back. That was a chaotic finish, so I didn't head check the clock. I'm wondering how much time's left right now.
Yeah, it was same pictures.
112.
112. Plenty of time.
112.
This is a tough field. If you don't win the breakout on this field, winning a point in 112 is going to be very challenging.
Could see yet another overtime. I mean, we went
overtime
all day yesterday and we saw
overtime.
one overtime, but could potentially see our 3rd one in 2 sets. Tense moments right now. Columbus Level needs the win because they have to play Impact next, and the ML Kings desperately need the win because they're 0-2 here with a -6. So you're sure it's got to be frustrating for the ML Kings as they've definitely blew this lead, but most importantly, they need the win. You need those 2 wins. I mean, spread is what it is. You can manage it a little bit as much as you possibly can, but as long as you have the 2 wins, you still have a chance to win on.
Mathematically, you have a chance.
There's Matt Askren.
So much better in the old days, though, trying to do all the points.
Yeah, Matt Askren might be winning the $500 for move of the prelims. Again, we still have a lot of paintball to play today, but yesterday there was definitely Stuart Ridgell's on the map. Rodriguez is on the list as well too. But so far, I think just given the gravity of the moment that where Askren stepped up, I think it might be if someone can't win a game for his team, then we might be giving it to Askren. Ten seconds to go. Tied up 4-4. A little over a minute left in regulation time. Both teams going to be starting with 5. with a clean finish that last point, and a little light on the breakout initially. Oh, and they're going to, oh no, they went out wide here for level, losing a body, losing 2 very quickly here. So the ML Kings answer 5-on-3 situation for the ML Kings. They dive 2 bodies up here quickly onto the snake side, 1 in the wedge, 1 into snake 1. They're wrapping around, wondering if they know the count going to go across into the brick and makes it clean.
Yeah,
no one in front of them right now, Rich.
No, and I think they know that they shot 1, but I don't think they know they shot both the guys on the side. 2 guys going forward for ML Kings in snake. Going to be battling with Damian Ryan crossfield and the Dorito 3.
Rodriguez in a really good position. He's been playing lights out here for the ML Kings, but body coming off right now for
both teams.
the ML Kings. Yeah, both teams. Yeah, it looks like Chase is going to be taking the walk as well too. That might have been Rodriguez. Woodley in a good spot. He's going to jump and get into the brick, and here comes Woodley. Woodley with the full commit. Woodley running through. He's going to get 1, stitches up player in the wedge, and that is going to do it. So the ML Kings going to put potentially the winning point on the board with just 11 seconds left. We're going to see another point, but
nice move by Woodley.
Yeah, that was a nice closing move. It needed to happen right then, too.
Yeah, he saw it and immediately released.
Rodriguez was going as well. There was a couple other bodies out there, but him making that move at that right time assured that they were going to put that point on the board. They probably would have got it even if he waited, but it would have been harder because those guys had farther runs. So that was the right move at the right time for LJ Woodley. So 1-point lead for the ML Kings, trying to give Columbus Level their 2nd loss and force them in a must-win situation playing against Edmonton Impact. That game's going to be going down at 10:20. Next up, we got Damage taking on New York Extreme, and Uprising versus NRG Elite. And everyone's still in the tournament. It's Damage's first game, but New York Extreme with 2 wins on the board and a loss. Uprising with 1-2 record, and NRG Elite also sitting at 1-2. So it's going to get interesting, as it always does on Saturday here in that bracket.
Yep, the later the day it gets, the more interesting it gets.
Other brackets getting interesting too, with the Bears dropping their game against Notorious. Because now Notorious is sitting at 1-2, but their spread's really close. You know, again, Level also in that bracket. It's Impact, Bears, ML Kings, Level, and Notorious in bracket C. And depending on how well Impact plays today, but if we have an upset, that's going to make that bracket crazy as well.
Crazy bracket.
And the other, we've got about 30 seconds to go before the start of this next one. The other 2 brackets, those are the brackets of death. Dynasty, X Factor, Legion, Infamous, and the Saints in bracket A. And then what I think is a true bracket of death is bracket B. Heat, Revo, Hurricanes, Diesel, and the Ironman. The Ironman beat Diesel yesterday. Heat went 2-0. Revo dropped a game. Revo dropped both their games, actually. They dropped to the Hurricanes, and they dropped to Diesel. So that bracket's, the bracket of death is as advertised.
It's very deadly. Peterson only went out there with 1 clip, so either he thinks this is going to be a pretty quick 1 minute, 17 seconds, or he's going somewhere. There he goes.
Peterson's going to try to steal it, but here comes Level. Level's going to try to steal this win here. Look for red flags as the chaos sets in the middle of the field. Does anyone stay alive? And looks like the time's going to expire. Yeah, it's just really hard to score quick points. I think
112 is not long enough.
I think 20, maybe 25 seconds is about the time you need to score a quick point. We did see a 20-second point so far in the prelims.
And everything's got to go right?
Yeah. You need kills off the break. You need to run through untouched, and all the typical things you need to score quick points. So that is going to do it here. Congratulations to the ML Kings taking the win. And make sure to head on over to Go Sports to watch the rest of this tournament. Coming up next, one of the favorites with the win last year, 2nd place at World Cup, Tampa Bay Damage, going to be playing New York Extreme. And then Uprising taking on NRG Elite here. 2023 NXL Sunshine State Major. I'm Matty Marshall, and we'll see you in just a few.
Pro model is a dual silicone strap versus a sublimated strap on the SLD. And last but not least is another cool highlight is the Pro has some orange accents versus the SLD comes with black. For more features and information on sizing and pricing, visit carbonpaintball.com. Hey everyone, this is Walker with Carbon Paintball, here to show you guys our SC and our CC pant. You're probably already familiar with the SC pant. We've had that for a few years now. It's a 3-layer Gore-Tex pant. If you're looking for something a little bit lighter, a little bit more of that newer style, that jogger cut, that would be our CC pant. Just came out here, it has the drawstring waist. It's got a little bit of taping in it. It is water resistant throughout, and it's got a reinforced knee region. The CC pant features a tapered leg similar to a jogger cut, but it's going to give you a little bit more room than the average pant. The pant's available in sizes small all the way to XXL and is available at crbnpaintball.com.